What's up, everybody?
Hello, hello.
As you can see, there's somebody missing today. Glenn had to do some emergency stuff to help his family out, so our producer Alex is filling in the big boy chair today. No funky shirt, though.
I tried, all right? I tried.
Well, welcome again.
Thank you.
Welcome again. How's the big boy chair feel?
Yo, it is so decompressed in, my guy. Like, I'm
Glenn,
falling
I
through.
don't know if that was a fat joke or not, but
Sorry, Glenn.
I know Glenn said he's going to be tuning in on the chat, so we'll be keeping an eye on that. Glenn, we miss you. We'll see you next week,
And
hopefully.
we also have Clint on the stream also.
Well, hey, Clint, how you doing?
Hey.
All the way from the great country of Canada. So we're outstretching to our brothers in the north.
There you go.
Welcome, welcome. So we're gonna keep. I think this is gonna be probably one of our shorter ones because we know that Alex was kind of last minute and doesn't have any questions for us.
I'll work my way through. We'll be
All
all
right.
right.
And
right.
by last minute, we literally mean like
Last minute.
1 o'clock, 1 o'clock this afternoon
Yeah.
while he's at work. Hey, by the way, we have a family emergency with Glenn, so you're on. Okay,
Yeah.
that's it.
But you know what? We're still gonna have fun. This is number 7.
Yes, it is.
Number 7.
You're going to start losing track one day.
I am gonna, but that's why I write it down.
Ah, that's cheating. That's cheating.
I write it down so I don't forget.
That's cheating. You can't do that.
Hey, look, I know my shortcomings. My memory is one of those things. We got some good booze today. I mixed up a little drink. I'm calling it the blood of Thanos because it's purple.
That's calling y'all out.
Uh-oh.
Oh, I didn't do it.
What's up, Clint?
Saying we're not even reading the chat. Of course we are.
We are gonna-
Occasionally,
yeah,
maybe.
With what?
I don't have it, so you can't blame me. Neither does Alex, so it's all Dan's fault.
It's always my fault.
I have a coaster.
Even
That's
on
all I
stream.
got.
But I know we got some interesting topics to go over today. I know I'm going to be talking about the people of Cuba and some of the struggles I know they're going through now and how our government doesn't want to help them.
See, I don't watch the news anymore. I just listen to you guys every week.
The news can get depressing, trust me. Very depressing.
That's
That
why
is-
it's more
what
fun
are you
to hear
going
from
over
you guys.
today?
And I got a couple questions more about just us in general and what your opinion is on some of the things that happened during COVID.
Yeah. Because that's always a fun topic.
Hmm.
Especially now that the government will tap into your Facebook, and if you put misinformation about COVID, they'll cut your shit off. No more freedom of speech, everybody.
And Clint's like, lies! Haha. About the whole, chat thing.
It is. It is. Dan's full of lies. we
Take
got,
it like a champ. He's not wrong.
we got some good cigars today. Also,
yes. Yes.
since this is going to be kind of short one, let's why don't we break that out now, and then I'll go over what my blood of Thanos is.
yes.
Now I know Alex, you don't smoke, so I only got 2. So fuck you.
What'd you get them today?
Literally.
Yeah, last minute.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
Like
Everything
as I
was-
was texting you,
So
we were on our
everything
way to
was
get
last minute today, huh?
Everything was last minute. Here you go, sir. We got ourselves some little Gurkha special ones here. There's no like name for it, but I know when you were reading it, it said it was dipped in cognac or something, right?
Yes. Dipped in cognac, and it's got a wax seal on it.
Yeah, it's pretty neat looking too. And then for the drink of the day, it is Hendrick's Gin, which is there right in front. Blue Curacao, and it is cranberry pineapple juice. We tried it earlier. It was pretty good.
Oh yeah. 10 out of 10. We'll probably drink this on a daily basis until that bottle's gone.
Alcoholic.
Have you not met me?
Oh, I have, and I've known you, and it's still funny.
I'll tell you what, though, they certainly don't make these easy to get out, though. Oh, shit.
That is true.
Oh, you're making a mess.
I am, but it's okay. It's my studio.
How much of the wax are you taking off? The whole thing?
Yeah, that's
The
shit.
top part.
I took the whole thing off. Oops.
This is why we can't have nice things.
Ooh, it's got a good smell to it too.
Oh, it's glass too.
Is
Damn.
it? Let me see.
Hey.
No, I'm saving this.
Or what? Test tube?
Oh, this does smell really nice, and no test tube shots in the speakeasy. We're not that kind of bar.
What kind of bar is this?
All right.
So this is also a torpedo, which was the first time we've ever had this on the show too.
yes, and for those of you who don't know, the end is different. It's not rounded off. It's actually pulled out to a point.
Why is that?
I don't know. It's just the way the manufacturer makes it. So
Guys,
go,
you guys are supposed to know all this shit about cigars. Come on.
we're learning just like everybody else. We're not, true cigar aficionados yet.
That's like trying to land while you're running out of gas.
Yes.
Have you not met us?
Sometimes we just fly by the seat of our pants, which is like today's episode.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, I don't want to get on this plane with you guys.
I wouldn't either because I don't like flying.
I mean, I don't either after my whole fiasco. You know what I'll do? I'll tell that. Yeah, I'm telling that story later.
He got the nod to tell the story.
Yeah. I'll tell it later. It's
gonna
the
be
time I went to Barcelona and Rome. That's why I hate airlines now. Don't blow your fucking eyebrows off. I'm getting kind of fucking close.
I'm more worried about the beard than anything else.
It's getting close to there too.
It's like it's. Oh my goodness, this is really good.
Oh yeah,
This is a definite do again.
absolutely. It's very smooth.
No peppery note, Glenn, as you like to say. Well,
What was that? The Old Bay?
oh yeah, it tastes like Old Bay.
That's gross.
I'm pretty sure that that's an article in Cigar Aficionado. Which cigars taste like Old Bay and pepper? These are nice though.
These are very nice.
This is the first time I ever smoked a Gurkha cigar. Actually,
Same here.
I like it.
Definitely do again. Definitely do again.
These we're being asked how much they would cost. They were about like $17 after tax, almost.
Roughly. To give you an idea.
Well worth it though.
To give you an idea, we were browsing around, had a few options in mind, saw it just because of the way it was packaged, and we're like, looked at the price, okay, it's not bad. Then I read that it's with cognac, and we just immediately grabbed them.
Yep.
That was it.
And well worth it. Well
Absolutely.
worth it. Well worth the I think it was $16.75, something like that.
Rounding up.
And of course, we got all of our cigars at JR's in Whippany. I see some stuff on the chat. What's up?
All right, so Ray says, hi, guys.
What's up, Ray? And what's up, Reloaders team? How y'all doing tonight?
And Amber said, possibly going to lurk because I'm not in the mood.
Huh?
Amber said she was going to lurk because she's not in the mood.
Oh, it's all right,
Oh.
Amber. It's okay.
It is.
Not a problem. We'll miss you, though, in the chat.
Absolutely.
Well, Dan, why don't you kick it off so we can...
Well, I got a question right off the bat. How
Oh.
much is like an average cigar versus a high-end cigar? Because
I
y'all
know
throwing
that,
out prices. I don't know what the hell.
I
this
know
is.
that there's one cigar, and I think it's Gurkha who makes it, and it's like $3 million
For the box.
for the box.
And there's
And it's-
20 cigars in the box.
And it's encased, like the cigar itself is encased in like 18 karat gold. And it has like diamonds and shit all over it. Because that's what everybody needs. Diamond encrusted gold cigars.
Well, the average cigars we normally get,
It's like
In
between
range.
like $9 to $20. I mean, and then you go into the higher end ones and they're like in the $20 to $40 ranges.
Okay, so what's considered average then?
anywhere from 6 to 15,
Yeah.
about average.
I'd say that's about right. That's about average.
Just so everyone has kind of a base idea of like what the hell's going on.
Yeah, I mean,
A lot. What I've noticed is a lot of the time with cigars, you're paying for the name. A lot of the time, you're paying for the name,
Like cars.
like cars. Yeah. So
or
like
phones.
Cohiba, they make amazing cigars, and I was looking at the Cohiba Connecticut's, and they're like $25 a piece. But you're paying for that quality and the name Cohiba behind it. Well, we like Perdomo a lot, and Perdomo is like a major cigar manufacturer.
and
But they
Drew
keep
Estate.
their Andrew Estate, but they keep their cigars at a lower price point. So I guess people will buy more of them or a box of them. I would assume.
I know, obviously, my favorite is the Davidoffs, but
Ah,
that's
see, I
25
really
plus.
like that Perdomo champagne one. I think that on the shows. Well, actually, I think this one just blew that one out of the water. Sorry, Perdomo. But step it up a little bit. Throw some cognac in your mix. This is sweet. That's what it's different. It's like it has a
It's
sweetness to it.
It's really good though.
Yeah. Anything else?
That's just a general question, bro. I want like some kind of price points that way I knew what the hell's going on.
Yeah. So your average price point is like the lowest I've seen is like $9.
$6.50.
Really? Which
But it's
ones
like
are $6.50?
they're closer to the cigarros. Like they're
Oh,
really
like
small.
the cigarello things.
Yeah.
Yeah, the really really small ones. And then like these were 17 after tax. But you're paying for the Gurkha name too, which is like a really prestigious name like Perdomo and Davidoff.
Yeah, we saw, as I said, we saw this and we were just like, fuck it, let's give it a try.
And I'm glad we did.
That we did. All right, so let's break in. I got a question for everyone. What is some of the things you've noticed change since the pandemic?
Weight gain.
Very true. Very true. A lot of just time on your hands to cook and eat.
Or just eat and not so much cook.
I think more of the crazies have come out now.
I can agree with that one. Working retail, a lot of people are calling the store, or just a store in general, and they're like, okay, I need this, and this, and expect us to do all their shopping for them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that online shopping shit sucks. Well, it's for you guys as associates, because now you have to stop what you're doing and like pack that order together. I mean, did the plumbing industry take a massive hit because of COVID? Because it's not like you can enter people's homes.
It really depends. Because it's like everyone was avoiding people in their houses during the pandemic.
Mhm.
So everyone's trying to catch up on everything now. But everyone was also trying to do stuff themselves at home.
Oh,
So-
those must be fun to fix.
Oh, absolutely.
So you're seeing a lot of half-assed jobs that people tried to fix at home because they were
Well,
stuck at
Little
home.
duct tape and a hope and a prayer on those jobs, huh?
That'd be better than what I've seen.
Oh.
Oh man, I
It's
know,
more like
with this with the 2A community, everybody and their like mother under this, just everybody bought guns, which is great. It's good. Arm yourself, America. It's great.
Yeah, but now I can't get mine.
Well, that's the problem. The problem happened is that everybody started buying up ammo and everything, and then reselling it at triple the price because they knew that everybody needed it because the ammunition factories were shut down because of COVID, and it deregulated the market.
That's
Wasn't
what
like
I'm saying.
one brand backlogged by like 7 million
Federal, I
rounds?
think it was Federal that was backlogged like 6 billion rounds or some shit like that. It was crazy.
Mm.
You couldn't get anything. And I couldn't even get anything for like my Desert Eagle.
That's what I'm saying. Like now, shooting as a hobby, I need a new hobby.
What's
It's just too
nice is-
expensive.
What's nice is now though ammunition's starting to re-regulate
Slowly.
slowly, but it is re-regulating. You know, you can find boxes of ammo now, back like maybe instead of it was during the pandemic like $70-$80. Now you can find ammo back down to like $20-$30. Still
Mm.
high.
Not that I've seen. It's still like 40s, 50s. I can spend a whole day playing paintball instead of that.
Go to another state other than New Jersey. I'm still convinced Phil Murphy's is doing that on purpose to us New Jerseyans,
What the?
like halting ammunition for us.
I wouldn't be surprised. All right, so we got some people in the chat.
All right, what's up?
All right, Mio says, "Damn, you already got the cigars out."
Yeah, I know we're doing a little quick today.
Yeah.
Expediting.
That, and we're also kind of hungry again.
Yeah.
Listen, just because you guys
Yeah,
want
Alex made a kick-ass dinner tonight, and we want more.
Clint said, "These guys, eh?" Keyword on the A.
Oh,
Canadian.
there's that Canadian.
Ray
right there.
said, "Blackwood Sweets are $1.50 each."
I never heard of those. I'm gonna,
Never heard of them either.
yeah, you're gonna have to look
Is that
for them.
cigar?
And Clint also said, "I've got one, never shot it. It's in a case and gets cleaned once a month for the past 3 years."
What do you got? What do you got? Or can the Canadian government? You don't want them to know. I get it. It's all right. I'm on your side, sir. There's certain things the government shouldn't know you have.
That you
I'm
lost
with
in a
that.
boating accident?
Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, it's tragic.
Yeah, it's not tragic.
Well, I will tell you one thing I do kind of miss that happened during the pandemic. There was no traffic anywhere.
'Cause nobody can go anywhere.
Now, keep in mind,
No.
I've worked through the entirety of it.
I mean,
Except
we
for
closed
2
down
weeks
for a little while, but then we went back in and did a lot of maintenance work.
No, what I missed was Times Square. You could walk down the middle of the street and not get hit by a car. Larry, you wouldn't
Well-
you wouldn't bump shoulders with no one, bump elbows.
Now in Times Square, you have to worry about hookers and drug addicts and people trying to stab you.
Oh, you had me at the first half. Go back.
Oh, hookers. No, not good hookers.
Oh,
We're talking about those sketch ones. I mean, if you want a hooker that bad, I'll get you one for your birthday.
shit! Is tomorrow my birthday?
I mean, this show does not condone soliciting prostitution.
At all.
It was purely for the joke.
That's, I think, what gets us in trouble a lot.
Yeah.
We feed off each other so much.
So sorry.
We take it too far. I know.
Yeah.
I'll paint something on your hand though if you want. You can get your
No,
name
no, no,
her
we're-
Angela.
So that's the way tonight's going, huh? Right
Well-
downhill.
I mean, is there anything else that you guys have seen change, like at least in the way people are acting and whatnot?
Yeah, people are fucking nuts.
People are fucking assholes now.
I mean, now even
More
with
so.
even with the mask mandate over, you still see everybody like walking around with the masks on, and they still are yelling at you and shit when you don't have one on, even if you're fucking vaccinated. and
I don't
shit.
get why there's people wearing their masks like in their own car.
In their car, alone, driving down the highway.
I was driving down.
Wait, hold on, before you continue that, with feeding off what Alex said, in the highway alone with their mask on, and it's like 98 degrees outside.
Let them. If they have a heat stroke, let them. It's
Right.
their choice.
I was driving down the road to the store to get the corn and whatnot for dinner with my mom, and we saw a guy walking by himself in the right down in town, mask on and everything, huffing and puffing and shit
Like outside.
outside. And it's like what, been 90 degrees plus with the humidity lately?
Leave them. They're happy. It's like hoarders. They want to keep like cat piss stained newspapers. Let them. They love it. They're happy.
But the problem is they're like what is it? The Jehovah's Witnesses who try to push that shit on you all the time.
fucking let them. I mean, did you see the post where they're offering like $20 an hour to push Jehovah's Witnesses
Yeah.
to do it? Yeah, I thought about it. $20 an hour, bro, just to go to people's houses and annoy the shit out of them.
It's true. You do annoy the shit out of people when
Exactly.
they come to your
I
house.
can do that
like
for free. You're telling me I can get paid to do it? Come on.
Why not? Could be a new career path.
Well, then this actually kind of leads into the next question. What did you guys each do during that time frame when the store
Going by
closed
my weight?
down?
Ew.
Yeah. That would be your. You have to say that to everybody. Have you heard about our Lord and Savior?
I'm okay with that.
All right.
They never said what you have to say after that.
Bye.
Knock, knock, knock. Say your phrase. All right. Have
No.
a nice day.
Say your phrase and then just stand there and just stare at them. You get paid by the hour, bro. Every time they close the door, knock, 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 open it back up. Have you heard about our Lord and Savior? And then just stare at them.
That's it.
That's
Just
it.
have you heard?
Yeah.
Have you heard the word?
Have you heard? No? Shame.
All
Here's a pamphlet.
right. So that being said, what did you guys do during any kind of lockdown that you had? I know for 2 weeks, you and I were pretty
Oh,
much
for sure.
destroying every video game we possibly got our hands on.
Yeah.
I was
That's true.
destroying every Burger King I saw. What do you mean?
No, that was a good little 2-week break. I mean, you didn't contract COVID at all, did you?
No, we had 3 different scares to the point where I had to be out of work for 2 weeks, 3 different times.
Yeah. I'm calling you about your car's extended warranty.
They never said what you had to say. They just said you had to knock on doors and shit.
But yeah, no.
But you never actually got the virus.
The virus, no.
Lucky I got it early on,
What?
though. Like way, way, way early. I'm vaccinated. Relax. And I'm talking about like when the strain number 1.
What strain are we on now? 7?
I don't know, like 35.
Ah, shit.
Depending on what country the Democrats want to blame it on. We could be on the Bangladesh strain for all we know.
Bangladesh.
The Delta Zulu.
Yeah.
Delta Zulu.
Whatever the Biden administration comes up with is the strain that we're on, because it's always COVID's fault.
Mhm.
It's not their own default.
Yeah, no, I know. We had a few scares at my store. That's what
And,
got me the.
unfortunately, your parents got it.
Yes, both my
That
parents did get
sucked.
it.
Fortunately, my mom was safe, even though you got it too, though, like the early strand.
we most likely did. At that point, there was no way we could actually test for it.
Yeah, they weren't even letting us go because we weren't the right age.
Yep.
That
they
was
were-
still when it was 65 and older were
Oh.
the only ones allowing to get tested.
Apparently, my grandmother got it, but she didn't even know.
There's some people that just show no symptoms at all. You know, the asymptomatic people.
Yeah,
And
she's
then,
like,
then you have
recovered."
somebody like Glenn who was fucking knocking on death's door. He got it really bad. It even contracted to
And I'm sitting in his chair.
It's been sanitized, maybe.
How many times?
Let me see. How many episodes have we done so far?
6.5.
Well, maybe it's been sanitized. I don't know. Well, it's been sanitized. No, he even got pneumonia from it because it compromised his lungs that much.
God damn. Well, I know for me and Mike, that would have been a death wish.
Yeah. Yeah, we still smoke cigars.
'Cause I know for me and Mike, it would have been a death wish for us if we got it.
Oh, you're very susceptible to that stuff?
Well, he has asthma, and I have like a cold allergy. I have all the allergies on fucking earth, bro.
Well, let me put this in perspective. They wouldn't test Brian because he was not old enough. He didn't have a fever.
No, I never got a fever. I never lost taste or anything. I think that was
Really?
strand number
Did
2.
you guys ever get tested?
No, I couldn't.
Yeah, I got that fucking swab up the nose twice, bro.
No
I'm
way.
mad as shit.
No way. There's no way you could have paid me enough money to do that.
Bro, they did it twice on me, alright? 2 separate times.
I ain't getting shit shoved up my nose.
Bro, it sucked as much as you think it would.
I know during that time frame, which is actually sucked for me, as because we thought Brian had it, we couldn't confirm nor deny it.
Right.
I took 2 weeks off of work to
Quarantine.
quarantine to make sure.
And you guys gamed the entire time.
Yeah.
Yes. Absolutely yes.
What else am I gonna do? I mean, yeah, I felt like shit, and yeah, because the early stages was the shortness of breath, which I did have. But
Well,
that was
and
it, though.
And then the other thing is almost everything else around us was closed. Like
Yeah.
a lot of restaurants and everything, so you couldn't even like order food in.
nope.
It was quite
We
bad.
bought 2 bags of big ass rice.
Yep.
And that's what we were living off of for a while. Rice and
Whatever was
whatever
left
we
in the
could
fridge.
find in the house. Yeah.
Oh, shit, you should just give me a call. I would have drove over.
So we could have gotten more rice.
Yeah. I would have made you what's upstairs, bro.
Oh,
Yeah,
That's-
now
we
you're
done
thinking
fucked
about
up.
like shit.
No, no, done fucked up, Ron.
yep. But that being said, I know as soon as I got back to work, the day I was there, we closed early because there was a COVID scare from the following weekend when I was on quarantine.
Well,
so
the-
everybody who was working while
Had
I
to-
was gone had to quarantine for 2 weeks. It was me and like 2 other people running the
Well,
entire
that's what.
store.
As soon as I got my job at Reloaders, like the next day, the very next day is when the governor shut the whole state down. And it just so happened that it just coincided when I got sick.
Hmm.
It was weird, but then fortunately we got to go back and make a little scratch on the side there, so we didn't suffer during COVID.
Yeah.
It's like a lot of people did. A lot of people lost their job, their livelihoods, their restaurants. It's terrible.
I mean,
You know what
Yeah.
else I just noticed too? DoorDash, Grubhub, all these delivery services
Excuse
just skyrocketed.
Oh yeah.
Instacart, bro.
Yeah.
I did it for, what was it, 2 months, Mike? Yo, I made $2,000 in a month. Just picking jobs that I wanted to do. I was just like, Mike, you want to go for a ride? Come on. Orders were going by the hundreds of dollars
Mm-hmm.
just to deliver it, bro. But it would stack your fucking car. I'm talking like there was 200 different items.
Oh
You have
shit.
to go through the fucking thing, mark off
So,
each one on your phone.
Do you know how you don't know how Instacart works?
I don't even know what that is, honestly.
Okay, so Instacart is more or less like DoorDash and Uber Eats, except they're doing your shopping for you.
Your
Oh,
grocery
so
shopping.
like
Or
like how
just
the
shopping
ShopRite
in
and
general.
whatnot offers.
And you know how there were lines and everything? You showed that little pass, you got right in. Costco, BJ's, any supermarket that you were going to. Costco, we went through the back way. Show your badge? Okay, come on in.
But then you have to go find the shit yourself.
Yeah, but still,
yeah,
though,
you gotta find the shit yourself, but
liquor stores are essential. Yes,
yep,
they
liquor
are.
stores are definitely essential.
That's what it's. I was watching YouTube, Brandon Herrera, and he said that that's what kills COVID. Just saturate your other organs with liquor.
Speaking of liquor, this is amazing.
Yeah, it did come out good. How
Fucking
do you like the
I
blood
haven't
of
fucking touched
Thanos? It's deadly because you don't taste the gin.
You don't taste anything but pineapple.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
It's dangerous. Like Thanos. It's not copyrighted, so go ahead and you can do what you need to it.
Oh, I'm intrigued now.
Yeah.
The cogs are working, but nothing's coming out yet.
Hey,
Sure.
Drink more.
We'll get there. We'll get there. don't you worry, bro.
Anything on the chat?
Nothing at the moment.
All right.
But Clint, do seriously tell us, what is it that you have?
What is what?
What firearm he has?
Oh,
You can always message me privately in Discord too.
Yeah, we won't say it out loud.
What happened to have been lost in a boating accident?
Well, mine was. It was. I cried for months.
he still cries in his sleep.
I was like, I lost my only child.
And then he adopted 3 more
Yeah, I adopted 3 more.
to cope with the loss.
All right. Well, we can go into my third question, which is, besides COVID, is there anything else you would change in 2020?
The election.
We knew you were going to say that.
I would like it not to have been stolen by the Democrats.
Alex?
I would have liked my schooling not to fucking stall for 3 months. I could have actually been working all summer and not at school for longer, doing nothing,
Mm.
and then graduating when there's no work for plumbers.
Some sort of shotgun.
Oh, all right.
It's nothing like mine.
No, nothing's like yours.
No.
Except, you know what the sad part is? Clint's would probably run better and last longer than yours.
That's because yours is a Caltech.
But you can adjust the bore size to it.
Who? Oh,
He can. Listen, mine just
A
has to
12
last
inch,
as long
18
as
inch,
mine.
and 24 inch.
oh, all right.
Mine just has to last as long as I do, which ain't that long.
Yeah.
Well-
So what would you have changed?
Honestly, I would have changed how things ran during the pandemic. Like how companies decided to run their businesses. Like a lot of companies dropped their hours down to virtually nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Like ours.
Gave you no staff to even fulfill the role that would be needed
a lot
for
of people
all these
were
online
scared
orders.
though, Dan. You know.
I had people who wanted to work,
I was
but they
running
couldn't because
around
I
in
didn't have the
supermarkets.
hours.
No, but there were genuinely a lot of people who were scared.
Yeah, and that's why I made a killing on Instacart.
You know, and then it didn't help that the numbers got inflated. Nope, never mind.
Exactly. Listen, fear is a great motivator for money.
It is, but
As shit
people
as it is,
people used other people's fear for too much gain. No, not that. Like I mean, politically and monetarily.
Jeff Bezos.
No. Amazon was going to thrive no matter what because it was
Yeah.
always a delivery service. Amazon is one of those businesses that will never go away. If anything, Amazon will bankrupt all in stores.
Mm-hmm.
Convenient COVID election. Yeah, it was convenient that that COVID happened during an election year. And then, that mail-in ballot crap and all that other stuff where you didn't have to show ID or anything. Don't even get me started.
That's a
Well,
rabbit hole we'll be here forever with.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But, Alex, do you have any other questions for us too? I know you've been sitting here kind of just.
Well, I've been
Filling
answering your questions.
I know. You got any?
No,
questions?
I have a story for later, but we're gonna wait till after Brian's questions because it's a long story.
All right.
The story, from what I've timed, can take about 40 minutes.
God damn.
Okay, so I will go through my last question then. I say we take
Like a quick
A
break.
quick break because I'm probably gonna want to top off this drink. It's really good, and
Try
guys,
it, y'all. I don't have measurements. I'm sorry. I just kind of threw shit together
he
and it
eyeballed
worked.
Yeah, I can't do that shit. Dan's been the latest victim of when I do that.
Dan just got his vision back because of that. Only in one eye.
No, but I say we do that, and then Brian can round off.
What's
the
going on in the chat though, Dan? Because that's important.
All right. All right, so Clint is gonna find out for us, and he's gonna snap it to me, so I'll show it to you. And by the way, guys, Clint is a streamer.
Yep.
Follow him at Gumble Plays. Alex will fuck with him every chance he gets with a horror game, and his
Everybody kinda
reactions
does.
are priceless.
Everybody kind of fucks with him though.
Yeah,
you
but I
you do a
more.
lot. You fuck with him a lot. You scare the shit out of that poor guy. Mike's over there with a big grin on his face.
Listen,
You guys-
I just set it up. All right.
You guys scare the
However,
shit out of
anyone
that
else
man.
does it is up to them.
Yeah. So again, he's on Twitch.
He's on Twitch. You can follow him at Gumble Plays. Literally his name on the chat.
He does a lot of good games, guys. Check him out. He's got a really nice channel. Everything set up, and he's also the guy who created our Twitch
Profile
pictures.
Yeah, so shout out for that too.
Yeah, he's a great artist, y'all. Great artist, and they're funny as shit. I love them. I look like an angry bastard, which I am.
I was about to say it's a mirror image.
It is a mirror.
I like
image.
how
I'm
I like how I have two now. I have the pissed off manager look.
the I hate you, Karen look.
Yes. Yes. No. Sorry, not the I hate you, Karen. It's the shit. I spot a Karen.
Just as bad. Just as bad.
And then the other standard one, which is just basically me smiling.
Your resting bitch face.
You're not wrong. All right. Ray said go Trump.
Ah!
And Mio said, oddly enough, I know how tough 2020 was, but for me personally, I wouldn't change a thing. One of the best years of my life. It's an interesting coin to consider.
All right. Don't. Mike is
Wait,
holding up a sign
wait,
that I
hold
am
that
not repeating.
Mike, hold that shit back up. I didn't get to read it.
Yeah. None of us are repeating that because it's not going to happen.
Cancel.
So, it's not canceled. It's, we know. We know.
Yeah.
And Gumble just sent it to us, so when we take our break, I'll show Brian, and then we.
I'm
can feed back
excited to
into
see it. I'm excited to see it.
And then he also said, "Oh, fuck off," because fucking bust his balls all the time.
You guys do. I mean, I watched Dan, and some, I'll tune into his stream also when you guys are on, and all I hear is fuck at random points in time,
Wait,
because somebody like Dan will have it knock on the door when it's super quiet and something's about to pop out, and he's like, "Oh shit, fuck you, Danager."
wait, have you seen when Mike hasn't put his shoe on his head?
No, I haven't. I didn't. Is that new? Because I didn't know.
No,
he
we
had
do it
that
every
one.
now and then.
We do it every now and then. He does it through bits.
Because I know you do it through. Hit him with no cursing and all that other stuff.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not for that.
You guys make him drink too?
Sometimes.
Mm,
Not as often, but
not as
sometimes.
often. Sometimes you do. Depends on what he has in front of him.
Pretty much. If he already has alcohol in front of him, yes, we'll do
And
it.
then I
If
know
he
when
doesn't
Jinx
already,
gets involved too, it gets even more. The bullshittery doesn't stop.
no. Train stops are no one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a friendly community, y'all. Check everybody out on Twitch. Except Mike. Mike is giving us the finger because he's not a friendly Twitch streamer.
All right. He wants you to see it now, so you can tell him.
Okay.
All right, give us 1 second.
Hmm.
This does not count, Mike.
It is not family friendly.
All right. Let's see it.
Oh, let me see that shit too.
Oh shit. Oh, nice. It's an over/under for trap and skeet shooting. That's beautiful. Looks like a Beretta, maybe? Browning? That's a beautiful, beautiful shotgun.
How many times are you gonna replay it?
No,
It's
it's
three
three videos.
Oh.
Cleaning kit and everything. Wow.
I like the case you have.
Yeah,
too,
you got a really nice,
What was it,
very
hard or
nice.
soft case?
It's a hard
Hard
case.
case.
It's really nice.
with like a blue velvet inside of it.
Oh shit.
That's why I think it's like Beretta, because they usually use blue.
I know Beretta usually goes a little above and beyond,
Mm-hmm.
at least with the shotguns.
They're super
Handguns
nice.
Sometimes too.
Hmm?
Yeah.
Handguns sometimes too. They go a little above.
Well, I mean, they had the military contract for decades.
Who has it now? Sick?
SIG,
Hmm.
P320 M17.
It's a P Beretta.
Oh, it is a Beretta.
So it's a Beretta, yeah.
I knew the
Whatever that
blue
is.
right off the bat. That's specific for Beretta.
Yeah.
And you could tell by the craftsmanship too, because Berettas over under shotguns, they're like top of the line. I think they're in competing with like Benelli at that point, and Benelli
I don't
doesn't
know.
do.
I kind of
over-
like Bernelli's, bro.
I like Benelli's too, but they don't do break opens. They're strictly semi-autos or pump actions.
Does Brad make a semi?
Yeah. Mhm.
Hmm.
So does Browning. They all do that.
And those were barrel inserts too.
They're beautiful, beautiful
awesome.
gun. Absolutely beautiful.
And Clint, to answer your question, there's a reason why I played the video with no sound. I'm just gonna leave it at that.
Okay. We'll find out over the break why.
Mm-mm.
Because now I'm curious too.
All right, so here is my last question. What are your plans for the future, and where do you see yourself in like 20 years?
20 years? Shit, fine. Can't say that on YouTube.
So you remember, you still have your 5th you can plead.
We all do.
Yeah, no, I can't do that. No, pass.
I don't
So,
know. I mean,
you're pleading your fifth?
I have to.
I'd like to
My
own.
actual answer, I can't.
I'd like to own my own business one day. As what it is, I'll plead the 5th on that. But I'd like to own my own business. Be my own boss.
You're on your way. What the fuck? That's like in the next year.
I wish. I wish.
2 years.
Hopefully.
Hopefully. I mean, I'd like to be my own boss.
Okay, having it all set up and built, that's one thing. Actually having it started, that's another. So I'd say within the year.
Don't know what you're talking about there, Alex.
Remember, he pleaded the fifth.
Giving away all my plans here.
Now,
I'm opening a bowling alley.
that being said, I know
You too?
I know a lot of people have asked me to do like tech work on the side, setting up their computers and whatnot at home. That's something that I definitely could have seen take off if it happened before the pandemic.
Side note,
But
you could
that's
probably make
something-
a sick ass bowling alley.
But that's
I would make a sick ass bowling alley. I'd make it like all Star Wars and Lord of the Rings and Harry Potter and all that shit themed.
Deadass, can you do that too?
Yeah.
Honestly,
I'll do it.
please. Put it right next to it. Yo, I just spend more time there than that.
But see, that's the thing too. Is like, I wonder how many businesses actually were in the process of taking off, and then COVID hit, and it just stopped.
I
Yeah,
know
I'm
at
sure a
least
lot.
3. Can you?
Mm.
There was one company I saw. It was a new restaurant. They were just about to do their grand opening, and the state shut down.
It sucks, man. All these people's dreams got destroyed by a lab in Wuhan. An amusement park.
Yo, open an amusement park, bro. Please.
You
With
know
a
how-
bowling alley.
you know how- I can't even
Put it
fathom.
right next to each
I
other.
can't even fathom how much money it would cost to open a fucking amusement park. Let alone the insurance that you need for that in case somebody flies off the roller coaster.
Mio says, "Please, I need the bowling alley."
Well, all right. I'm opening a bowling alley. Apparently,
There you go. Star Wars-
Alex is funding the whole project.
Star Wars themed bowling alley, bro. I would go. I would fucking go. Make it like a big ass thing. Put like baby Yoda bowling balls and shit.
His name is Grogu. Okay.
Put the faces of all the characters on each bowling ball, going by the weight.
So
Wait,
you're
wait,
funding
wait,
this whole
wait.
project?
I'll make the bowling balls for you.
All right, that works.
that works too. We'll keep this in mind. You could do Jedi versus Sith. If you have a Jedi bowling ball, you have Sith pins and vice versa.
Yeah,
Oh.
red pins, and then the Jedi ones will be all the different lightsaber colors. The cantina canceled. Of course, you know the hardest part of this would be asking Disney for permission to build this.
How about this? You do
Like,
a
what if I
bowling-
just spell people's names wrong? Like, it's like, let's see, like Obi Bin Kenobi or something.
Obi Make
Oh.
a food thing.
He wants
Yeah.
a Kenobi.
Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Like,
Let's
his,
go.
you know, it's like his name is Jim Kenobi instead of Ben Kenobi. That's his twin brother, Jim Kenobi.
Make all the faces
They look
just
exactly
slightly
the same.
deformed.
That's not Yoda, that's Poda. Yoder, that's Yoder. Got close because there is a Jedi called Yaddle, so got close.
Uh oh. I see Mike's gears turning. And we gave him
turning
control of the
things.
board. This is not a good thing.
It's like instead of Boba Fett, it's Bubba Fett.
It's just a redneck version of Boba Fett. Overall,
Well, I don't know if you guys saw, there was a TikTok like, what would you imagine Star Wars being if it was all done by Southern actors?
Oh, just think of the clones, like all the clones.
Come here, boy.
We're going on down to Felucia now, going over there now over the hill. Skeeter,
Hey, here come the Skeeters.
we're gonna fight them there Jedi.
All right, so Amber just said there is a Star Wars themed movie theater here
Oh,
that
that's
serves
sick.
you food and alcohol while you eat.
But does it have
That's
a
awesome.
bowling alley?
Wow.
If it has a bowling alley, y'all, I'm going to wherever Amber is.
Yeah, I you know, though, I would still go just to see the movie theater. Honestly,
I
I
want
would
that
like
bowling
that.
alley, bro. You got me stuck.
do people still bowl? Is that like a big thing still?
Yo, people actually televise that shit.
Do they really?
They
Yeah.
really fucking do.
I thought that kind of like died off.
It's like NASCAR. You do it while you're drinking.
No, hold on.
Oh, he's got a point.
That's professionally. You
He's
can't
got a point.
professionally bowl and drink. You can drive.
That would do well.
It won't go well, yeah.
Honestly, I think that's kind of what makes the niche thing for bowling. Is
like
bowling
what
with
if you did,
friends,
like
just sitting
bowling
there.
and like billiards.
No, see, what I want to see is I want a game where you get as drunk as possible and then compete.
The Drunk Olympics.
Yeah, the Drunk Olympics.
That's a thing?
Yeah, that's the thing.
I want it televised.
It's on ESPN 8, the Ocho.
But that's it for my questions. So,
Yeah, I mean, COVID sucked. Plain
Yeah.
and simple. It fucked a lot of people over.
but it is interesting to see what people did during the entire pandemic.
ESPN Barstool.
Done.
I like that. Let's call the producers of ESPN and see if we can get that made. ESPN 8, the Barstool.
Yeah, fuck every other business you're thinking of. We're doing a bowling alley and the Drunk Olympics and televising it.
Why do I have a feeling I'm getting sued as soon as I open this place now?
Sign a waiver. That's what waivers are for.
It's true. That is what waivers were designed for.
Listen, would you like to compete in this competition? Yes. Are you going to be drunk? Yes. Okay, sign this waiver because if you fuck up, it's not on me.
Bowling balls going
Do you
through
know
someone's
how many
face.
people
Someone's
would
gonna
still
have-
sign that waiver? I would.
It was
Oh, I-
the Temple of the Sued.
Okay.
Like I said, though, if you want to finance it, that's fine. I mean, it'll greatly be appreciated.
All right.
So I
So
finance my stupid ass doing it.
Amber said the theater has a bar.
Awesome.
Mio says yes, bowling and beer are still a thing. Not wrong.
But Amber, does it have a bowling alley? That is the big question of the night.
Amber, bowling gives me PTSD
what did they do to you?
because I made all the bowling shirts for the teams here and they're ugly.
Oh, you know what we need?
Yeah, that's
we need
that's a
our
valid
own
point.
bowling team, and our goal is to get as drunk as possible and try and play against
I don't
professional
drink like
teams.
that no more, though.
You're gonna be our only sober player.
I'm your ringer then.
You're not the ringer. You're the average Joe versus the drunkard, so that way they can compare.
We're playing against Cobra Jim. The Purple Cobras.
Yep.
The Global Jim Purple
Yep.
Cobras. We watched that movie the other day. I fucking love that movie.
Oh, we were laughing the entire time.
You're what people are trying to compare us to while we're getting sloshed to shit and trying to bowl. If one of us ends up down the lane, so be it.
Wait, does that mean I'm like the Vince Vaughn of the thing then?
What?
Because you said the average Joes, and that's you guys are going to be all
No,
drunk.
you're gonna be like the average one that they compare our drunk asses to.
Oh,
So you're the normal
oh.
person bowling, we're the drunk assholes bowling.
You guys will probably do better than me, honestly.
I don't think so. I've almost gone down the lane.
You gotta let go of the ball.
I tried.
You gotta let it go.
My finger got stuck. Mike, you were there. It was with you group. I almost went
You
down the
should
fucking
see
lane.
how bad he's laughing over there, y'all.
I went over the line. I took one step, almost slipped.
I'll tell you right now, if the chair Mike was sitting in didn't have a back, he'd be on the ground laughing.
Yeah, I'm just saying. Everything past that stupid line in the front, that line is there for a reason. Everything past that is slippery as shit.
I will.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
will
it's meant
also.
to be.
It's a suggestion.
It's a
It's a
suggestion.
suggestion.
It's a suggestion where to stop.
I will say this. Shout out again to Amber for our merch store.
Yep.
Link is in the description. They came out awesome, and we've already had one person buy it.
Yeah. Thank you.
And
Thank
that
you
was
very
Glenn's
much.
mom.
Yes, it was.
So I can't wait.
I like how Glenn said he was going to be in our chat, yet he's letting us down here. I mean,
He's definitely just lurking, laughing.
I hope.
Yeah.
I mean, I know again he had a family emergency, so
Yeah, he did. He did. So we're cutting him some slack.
He'll watch it.
Alex,
Ah.
you weren't supposed to use little kid bowling balls. Never says.
Yo,
No
can
joke.
you
I
imagine-
used
just
those
imagine.
those 8-pound balls.
wait,
the orange ones.
just imagine Alex doing that, going down the lane while bumpers are active.
Oh, did you have the bumpers up too, there, little buddy?
No, I straight
one.
slipped and just.
Only
you heard
one.
You had a bumper up
Did
there.
we have one?
You have one bumper.
Why the fuck was one up but not the other?
One bumper.
That's not challenging. That's.
Actually, no, that is
That is
challenging.
kind of hard because if you bounce off, it's guaranteed to go out. Then.
I mean, I get. Listen. Those 8-pound balls, those orange pieces of shit. Yo, you can throw those fucking things real fucking hard.
That's why I
Don't
bought
even
an
put your
18
finger
pounder.
in the hole. You put one in and then just chuck it as hard as you can.
I haven't bowled in years.
That's why you go for speed, not the pins. I think the
That's
fastest I've
isn't
gone was
isn't
like
the
16
object of the
miles per
game
hour.
to go for the pins.
If it hits the pins, great, but we're going for speed, my guy.
Were
If
you
it
sitting there with the radar gun?
No,
Your
it has
score
the
is
thing.
0,
It
but you
has the
got
thing.
you went fast.
It has the thing in the top right that tells you like how fast it was going.
Oh, this is definitely going ESPN 8 the Ocho.
Listen.
This is some Super Trooper shit.
It really is.
Mike,
Want to chug syrup next?
Yes, let's go. I already had a kid do it. We called him Captain Canada. It was at plumbing school. We paid him collectively as a class, including the teacher.
Including the
Yo,
teacher?
we started putting in money. We're like, yo, chug the whole bottle of maple syrup. Here we go. Teacher came in, puts in 5.
Does this kid like puke all over the place?
No, he drank it like a champ. We paid him $43. He better drink that shit like a champ.
I don't think I'd be able to hold that down.
Alex wearing orange.
Damn.
Why am I throwing orange? Because that thing light as shit. If you tell me that you can take a ball and chuck it as
Yo.
hard as you can and knock over pins,
What's
you can
up?
chuck that shit.
Clint just said he's surprised you haven't fallen asleep yet.
Hey, why don't you come over here? I'll show you what going to sleep looks like.
For those who don't know,
Here
a
we
little
go.
while back, these guys here, they were
These
playing on
assholes.
they were all playing on Twitch, and they were all wondering where Alex was, 'cause they
And
were-
why he wasn't responding.
And then all of a sudden, you just hear the loudest snoring ever, and the laughter erupting afterwards.
I think I heard him fall out of his bed.
I did. I was
So-
laying down because I had to go to work early the next day.
Why are you watching that?
I was I was just watching it because you guys put me to sleep with you guys how you play the fucking Call of Duty.
So what? Us yelling and cursing and saying our shit ain't working?
No,
Puts you to
you
sleep?
you falling asleep though was fucking priceless. And I know Dan clipped that.
Yep.
Still gotta send it to me.
I mean, bro, you made my week that day.
I'm glad there's some positive out here.
Oh my! He literally, the chat. He was going off on the chat. He's like, "Holy shit! Is he actually asleep?" And you just hear him snoring right after that. It was
Because everybody was like, "Where is he? Where is he?" And then Cry or Amber, she was like, "I think he's asleep." I'm like, and they're like, "No, no way." And
And then the next word out of their mouth, all of a sudden I wake up, they go, Alex? Yeah?
like nothing happened. Like nothing happened.
There, I don't even remember falling asleep, bro. I shit you not. I heard Alex, I was like, yeah?
It's
What?
just blame Dan because he takes forever when he goes on break.
That's what I'm fucking saying. Last time he said, oh, I'm going to the bathroom. 20 minutes later, sorry, I made food.
yeah, but those burgers were good.
They were good though.
I wouldn't know.
I do. They were good. All
All
right.
right, let's take our break.
Short little break here.
Yes, I need to refill.
Yes. I'm still good. Alex is barely drinking any of the Thanos. I get you.
I'll
I
drink-
get you.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
I gotta drive, man.
That's
Do you guys
true.
want food or not?
I do. So drink it at your own pace.
Exactly.
Yes.
That's what I thought, motherfuckers. That's what
All
I
right.
thought.
We'll be right back after this break.
Go refill your glasses, y'all. And we are back.
Yes. I have officially refilled my drink.
Yes, you did. And you made it this time, and it came out pretty good. Still purple, which that's all that matters.
I like more blue.
That one was, yeah, well, because he added the gin last.
Mm.
All right, so we'll go into my questions because I know you got a story to tell, and it'll break up the monotony of me going nuts over political issues. So my first thing is a question and a statement at the same time. So hundreds of people in Florida are taking their own personal boats to bring relief supplies to the freedom fighters in Cuba.
Oh.
Yeah, no, it's really neat. They're really good. They're taking their boats like 90 miles all the way to give relief supplies to.
And
to
they're
freedom
literally,
fighters.
and they're not bringing it into Cuba. They're right on the border
Mhm.
of international water and Cuban water.
Um,
So at that point, it's, hey, we have supplies if you need it, come.
Because for those who don't know, Cuba is fighting for their freedom against communism and the Castro brothers. You know, which is great because communism sucks. And the Cubans and Argentinians of the world will tell you how much communism sucks. You listening, Joe? So why do you think that our government why do you think our government's not helping them out?
I don't know. They're helping everywhere else with everything else, but the one place that needs help, they won't do it.
I have my opinion on why I don't think they're helping. Viva la revolution! Why do you think our government's not going to get involved?
Because if they get involved, that means they admit a defeat and that communism is bad.
Oh, good. So you and I are on the same page.
Absolutely.
Because, you know, the Castro brothers, obviously, I'm sure you know Fidel Castro and all them. They're pieces of shit.
Yep.
Fidel, you know, they're dictators in a communist, Marxist, socialism regime. Pieces of shit. Plain and simple. And I like the fact that our Americans are rallying together to help fight for freedom in a country that hasn't had freedom in a very, very long time. So all of you taking that trek to Cuba, be safe. Our thoughts are with you. And keep up the good work. You know, you're fighting for people who are trying to fight for their freedom. Something that we've had to do in the past and something that we're still doing to this day.
I was about to say, we're fighting for other people's freedom in another country, but we still need to rally our own people and fight for our freedom here now, too.
This is a grander stage. And there's a lot of people who are still divided.
Yeah, there's still a lot of people watching us, too, now.
Yeah, they are. They're watching and they're measuring us at this point.
They're
you know?
watching and they're laughing at this point.
Well, when you have a fucking leader who can't even walk up a flight of stairs without falling.
The Mario Kart memes I've seen with that, oh my god.
Oh, it's just terrible. I mean, and maybe I should stop making fun of Joe because he's not cognitively there. So it's like making fun of like somebody with Alzheimer's, and that's not a joke because Alzheimer's is a pretty serious thing. But he refuses to go for a cognitive test. Like every other president, whenever they feel like, whenever the Senate or the House feels like they made a really shitty call, they always send them for a cognitive test to make sure that they're all still there. Biden has yet to go for his. I mean, what is she trying to hide?
Can't we make him go?
I hope. But what's worse, I mean, if he goes and he fails, then you have Harris. Yeah. That might be worse.
It's like
you
a
want to know what
wiki-
I've also noticed and I've heard? I think it was on CNN.
I'm sorry. Why the hell were you watching that shit?
Because to see how wrong they are.
Why,
on
you like to
things.
watch fake news?
No. But they even, I heard someone say that she is not ready to be president.
No, she's not. She's
To
not.
be president, not vice president, president.
No, she's not ready to be president. Because she can't even handle her responsibilities as vice president.
Does something on that seem like they know what's going on and we don't?
Like I was saying, Joe should watch out whenever she brings him coffee. Yeah, hey, Joe, you want some coffee? I'd say no. Because there might be something in it that takes him out. Oh, he had a mysterious heart attack. It's terrible. But then you have, and this goes into my second question, you have people like Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, and I throw up in my mouth a little bit every time I say that name, is saying what's happening in Cuba is the United States' fault due to the embargo that Donald Trump set up, which basically closed off Cuban borders to the United States. But that embargo was also set during, the Cold War, during the Cuban Missile Crisis. He just reaffirmed it because when Barack Obama got rid of the embargo, the people of Cuba that lived in the United States were like, put it back.
Well, not even just
Put it
that.
back.
Castro also emptied his jails.
Yeah, and they were coming here because there was nothing to stop them. So just like how there's a mass influx of illegal immigrants coming from Mexico and South America, there was the same thing coming from Cuba. And they weren't seeking refuge. They weren't seeking asylum. Because if they were, they would have came here the right way, which most immigrants do, unless you're trying to hide something. So I don't know. I mean, saying that it is the U.S.'s fault, to me, is like a cop-out. And she just hates the United States.
I
in
mean,
my
everyone's
opinion.
looking for a scapegoat at one point or another.
Yeah, but why throw our wonderful nation, who is always trying to do the right thing?
Because it has
Normally.
the biggest target on its back already. What's one more target?
Yeah, but I mean, she better be worried about the fucking Senate elections, because I really don't think that she's gonna get if the people of the fucking Bronx re-elect her, they must really, really hate everybody else. Because I mean, at this point, I'd rather see a rock sit in her seat because it makes more sense.
He's not wrong.
I mean, I'm sure. I can't even say I'm sure she's a wonderful lady because she's just not. She's not. She just spreads so much hatred. It's disgusting. She spreads so much hate.
Spit so much hate and says every issue we have is because of hate.
Right. And then somehow she claims that she's every religion and every race and every nationality. And it just becomes such a monotonous circle with her. But that's like all the big five. Her, Ilhan Omar, Nancy Pelosi, all of them. I think they're all from the same planet of lizard people. Go home.
Well, at this point,
Get
everyone's
back
just
in your
trying-
spaceship and go home.
Everyone's just trying to cover their own ass and keep themselves in the positions that they're in.
I think she's buried herself so deep. I mean, when you're going around saying that it's okay to loot and burn down stores because they're looking for groceries. Last I checked, you can't eat Nikes and Samsung TVs. And even still, even if you were looting for groceries, but what about the people that own the grocery store? They gotta make a living.
Ooh.
So you're saying it's okay to ruin their lives.
Wait a minute. I don't know if this is part of your questions or not, so correct me if I'm wrong, and we'll touch back to it. But with this whole voter ID thing, even Kamala Harris stated oh well, the people in the middle of nowhere can't get it, so why are we gonna
Yeah,
make
because
it,
apparently, according to Kamala Harris, and this is from her point of view, and Jen Psaki also said the same thing to clarify it, that apparently the black community can't use the internet. That was interesting to hear, that they don't know how or they don't have access to it. Pretty sure everybody has access to the internet in some form or fashion.
And if you don't believe us on this, you can literally look it up on YouTube.
Yeah, I mean, sure, and that's the people that you're saying that you're trying to help, but you're basically saying that they're inept. They're not. Everybody knows how to use the internet. Anybody can get a government issued
What was
ID.
the other one? They can't afford a photocopier or a printer in their house.
Yeah.
This is one of the other things that were said.
Yeah, as you said, go to a store that's been closed since the turn of the century. I mean, it's ridiculous. I mean, I don't understand how she thinks that she can still maintain her demographic when she constantly puts them in a hole.
Oh man, they all say the nice things when they need something from them. The second they're done, toss them.
That's what Malcolm X said that about the Democrats all those years ago, and nobody listened because it sounds very appealing at the time.
Well, that's just everyone. Well, a good amount of people these days. Once they're no longer useful, they'll just toss
Well,
it away.
Malcolm X said that about the Democrats in general. They'll pander to you, and as soon as they get what they want from you, fuck off. We're not doing anything for you. It was all a big lie. But we're gonna lie to you next time the election comes, and you'll buy it again.
Mm-hmm.
And now they want to end the filibuster, so there's only a one-party system in the United States.
Wait for it.
Ain't gonna happen.
Mio said on the chat, the only appropriate explanation for having a Samsung TV is because you looted. those overpriced shits. Not wrong.
Well-
But you gotta admit, the quality of those things are really good too.
Oh yeah, they are. But again, though, that doesn't constitute, looting. There's no exception for looting. You're ruining people's livelihood by stealing from them. That's why in a lot of these major cities, you said Staples is leaving them, Walgreens is leaving, because they're tired of fucking getting robbed every night. And nobody is stopping these fucking riots. You know who was going to stop them? Donald Trump. And what did they say when he sent the National Guard in? Oh, you sent your stormtroopers in. Real nice, Nancy. That was her words. You sent your stormtroopers in. That's what you're calling our U.S. military, the people that you called on to defend you when the Capitol riots happened, which was still unacceptable. But I still think there was other things involved. But
Let's not get into that.
yeah, no, that's for the Freemasons. All right. So yeah, about AOC. So do you think in our time, for the rest of however long we're left on this planet, meaning us right here, do you think that we'll see another civil war or World War III?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Which
How
one do you
is-
think will come first?
What, the Civil War, World War III?
Uh-huh.
I'd say Civil War.
Civil War.
Civil War,
It depends.
then World War.
It depends who makes what moves first.
Well, I think that we'll see a civil war first, and because we'll be so entrenched in that, then the new world war will happen because we'll be at our weakest.
And then I would have to give a prediction. Once we get things sorted here, it will be a repeat.
Well, history always repeats itself. I mean, that's what it's doing now. I mean, we're a nation divided, just like how it was in the original Civil War. It sucks because I don't think I could ever go to war against my American brothers unless I had to.
I don't know. I've kind of looked at some of them. The ones that are going around burning flags and shit. I think I could fight them.
It's not fighting them though. You'd be willing to take another American's life if you had to? I mean, to defend yourself or your family is one thing, but just to do it because you under the guidelines of being a patriot. Did you
We've
do that?
technically done it before in history.
Yeah, the Civil War. It sucked.
It sucked, but it was necessary.
It's brother killing brother at that point. I mean, it's war. No matter what, it's going to take its toll on people.
I mean, it's one evil versus another. Which one are you more willing to accept? That's really what it boils down to.
oh, I mean,
Which one are you willing to live with?
true. It is. I mean, there's no such thing as a perfect political party. As much as I like to praise the Republican Party, it's not perfect. It's heavily flawed. All parties are heavily flawed. But is it the lesser of the two evil? In my opinion, I think it is. Because they're not communist, Marxist bastards.
And that's where the difference of small government and big government come in.
Yeah.
One's for the people, the other is for themselves.
Now, if it was a civil war, do you think it'd be people against people, or do you think it'd be states against states?
Nah, not like the original Civil War. It's not like people are going to fight for Virginia like
Nah.
they did in the old Civil War.
People don't have that much pride in
This
their
will
state
be
no more.
party versus party. Republicans versus Democrats.
Yeah, how do you think that's gonna split among the people? Well, if you're just kind of sitting there, you're like, what are you? Shit, I don't know anymore. What are you?
It's going to be over
Shit.
ideology.
I mean, what are they gonna do? Just say, what do you believe in? Democracy. What do
Could
you
be.
believe in?
Well, if you look at
whatever you
that's,
believe
if
in.
you look at what communism is, that's pretty much what Russia does. It's pretty much what China is going to do to Taiwan because China's gearing up to invade for the first time. They failed every other time, but this time they say they're going to get there. But that's what communism is okay, are you a Republican? Yeah. Well, then you're going to the gallows. That's what under so like Bolshevik Bernie Sanders, that's what this place would have become. Thankfully, he's not in command of this country because I'd consider leaving. But I mean, I really hope we don't have a civil war. I really hope that us as Americans are
Better than
are
that.
better than that at this point.
That's
That
as
we-
humans.
well, humans like
Humans suck. Don't get me wrong.
humans like to watch carnage. it's interesting it's interesting TV.
It's interesting for us to watch, not partake in.
You know, then go watch a movie about it. You know, go watch that new movie with Chris Pratt. What is it, The Tomorrow War or whatever?
Yeah.
It's actually a really good movie.
It's a good movie. Go watch it.
Sponsor us.
Chris Pratt, come join us. We'd love to have you. It's never going to happen, but we'd love to have you. All right. So also, again in the news, Texas Democrats ran like a bunch of little bitches to not vote for the new voting laws in Texas, which basically would make them have to show some form of ID to vote, which everybody should have to do.
Which is how we've done it every other fucking time, isn't it?
Yeah. But apparently that's Jim Crow 2.0.
You're gonna have to explain that fucking reference.
All right, so like, essentially, like it's extremely racist because, according to the Democratic Party, the black community, the Hispanic community, any other community other than the white community cannot get government-issued IDs.
Shit.
Oh shit! You're showing it off. That's racist, according to Joe.
Oh shit.
That's Jim Crow 2.0 right there.
I didn't know my thing didn't count.
But that's essentially what it is. He's saying that these people don't have access to get government-issued IDs or anything like that. Yeah,
Even Mike's doing the same
Yeah.
thing.
Shit, and I drove here. You tell me it doesn't count?
and which is bullshit.
Oh,
Everybody has
right.
access to get some form of identification, and no matter what, you still have a social security number. Every citizen, I'll say that again, citizen has a social security number, which
Oh,
Texas is
Let's
accepted
vote
as well.
with. Let's vote like that. You gotta know your social security number, put it in, and then you can vote.
That works too. They
Now,
can't
you
say
know
they
what it
don't
is?
have access to a social security
You know what
number.
it is too? They even countered the Democrats. It showed one of them. This is before the bill went even in and whatnot. And they're like, name one thing that makes it
Racist.
racist. They said nothing.
They couldn't because there's nothing about the bill that's racist. That's just like that's just a word they like to hang up like a badge of honor. It's not a badge of honor. That's a fucking shitty word. And just assume that everybody's racist.
Here's the
That's
thing that
pretty
made
fucking
here's the
crappy.
thing that made it worse. They all got in a plane and left
Yeah.
Texas
So that
to go to DC.
Yep.
To bitch about it.
No. Well, yes, to bitch about it to the vice president and like, oh, look at what they're making me do. Kamala, save me.
Hey, guess what? You need to fly.
Exactly. An ID.
So they're like, oh, Kamala, save me, save me. So Governor Abbott decided to go, okay, you want to flee for the vote? No problem. No problem. When
Yeah.
you come back, you're going to be arrested.
Mio just put something in the chat.
Oh, what's
He
up?
said, a civil war today is going to look very different than back then.
Oh, sure would.
Probably
Yeah, 'cause
much
now we can
smaller
actually hit
and more
targets.
internet based than would have been previously possible. I can agree with that.
Yeah, I really like that answer.
I mean that, and we can actually hit our fucking target, not just ball bang like a paintball.
Well, you know what it is too with the Democrats leaving Texas and whatnot. Brian's right. They have essentially a bench warrant out for them. As soon as they land back foot in Texas, they're going to be arrested.
Well, they're back. They're back in Texas. Oh,
And-
by the way, let me preface this. They also didn't wear masks on this plane like they profess everybody needs.
And they had a case of beer with them.
Yeah, and then they were drinking, partying on this plane, and they all got COVID. All of them got COVID, including the vice president, who had to make an emergency doctor's appointment on Sunday. Of course, she's saying that she's fine because if it comes out that she had COVID, all of her theories and shit would be fucking shot down. So, I mean,
Wait, hold on. Those Democrats also scream being oppressed, yet they chartered the flight.
Yep. chartered the flight, probably with taxpayer dollars. Which-
No, they came out of the DOC,
well,
the
that's
dimension.
strange. Doesn't it sound like capitalism? But do you think because they gave our prestigious vice president COVID, maybe, there should be some kind of repercussion for that, right?
Death.
Death.
Bio war. Terrorism charges.
Well, they tried to kill our vice president, it seems like.
Trial by combat.
What
We're
is
doing
this,
the
Game
old
of-
school.
What is it, Game of Thrones?
Yo, we should bring that back. Do it old school.
Yeah, we'll have Peter Dinklage go in there and do it. All right. I mean, COVID's no joke, and if the vice president does have it, I really hope she does have a recovery. I don't like to see anybody get sick or anything like that.
And again, we've known people who've gotten COVID, and it's not fun.
No, it's not. And I wouldn't wish that on anybody, including the Vice President Harris, who I personally don't like. But, of course, if you do have COVID, I hope you get a speedy recovery. You can still leave office whenever you'd like, but have a speedy recovery. Leave.
Speaking of COVID, you know how they do those new rapid tests? And it's supposed to be like a saliva thing?
Mm-hmm.
How come I go do a rapid test, like, way before I started this new job? And they still stuck that stupid thing up my nose.
They just don't like you.
That's so fucking bullshit.
It's more accurate that way.
It is more accurate.
I paid for the rapid test. I want the spit one. I did that specifically to avoid getting a thing stuck up my fucking nose.
Wait,
And you
had to
still
pay
got it
for
stuck
it?
up in your nose.
Yeah.
I thought those tests were free.
The rapid one?
Yeah.
No, the regular test is free. The rapid one that you need like same day, like within 20 minutes, that one costs you like, that one I think cost me like fucking 65, 75 bucks.
For real?
100%.
I really thought all the tests were free.
Not the rapid ones that you gotta do for work.
Do
And
you
shit.
have insurance?
Yeah.
The fuck?
I think you got shafted, man.
Probably.
Where were you when you got this? Patterson?
Some guy's
No,
fucking
not Patterson.
basement.
It was No, maybe it wasn't Patterson.
Well, that explains why you paid for a COVID test. Don't go back there if you
You
wanna
didn't
get
pay for the
vaccine.
COVID test. You paid for you paid the person who
Hey,
gave it to you.
I'm okay with it. My boss reimbursed me for it. I'm like, whatever. Fuck it.
So your boss made you get a test before?
He made me go
employment?
get a test. I'm like, yo, if I'm getting this
See, I
test,
don't
they're
like that.
charging me. You gotta pay for it, bro.
I don't like that though. I don't like the fact that somebody forced you to get a COVID test.
No, it's because
that's like saying you have to
No,
take
no,
the
hold on.
vaccine.
no, someone we were
oh, somebody
serviced.
got it.
got it, called their boss. All of us had to go.
That's different. Now, if they forced you just because it's Tuesday, I
No,
don't like that shit.
no,
That's like
I would've
forcing
fought.
somebody to take the vaccine.
No, if it was any random day, he goes, "Hey, go get tested," I would be like, "Why?" Oh, because just in case, I'd fight him.
I wouldn't do it.
And Amber also said, "It isn't that bad, Alex. You big
Yo,
baby."
it is terrible. They get you all the way in the fucking back. It feels like you're poking something back there.
Scratching your brain, huh?
I don't know what the fuck it was.
Mike's face.
Huh?
What the hell kind of rapid test are you taking?
Bro, they stick that shit all the way the fuck up there. Listen, the thing is like this long. They go all the way up until here. That shit
Maybe last
sucks.
year.
Bro, this was like fucking probably about 5 months ago.
That's this year.
Yeah, it's still this year. They stuck that shit all the way the fuck up there. Nuh-uh, not just that far. It was like fucking that far. Fuck out of here.
Dude, you sure you weren't being like probed by one of the aliens?
I
from-
feel like it really
Again,
did
where
feel
did
like
you get
that.
this done?
Like about 5 months ago.
searching for brain cells.
Obviously, they didn't find anything. It said negative.
But I mean, like stuff like that should be voluntary. Like I like how the Biden administration is saying that they're gonna like go door to door to see if you've been vaccinated and shit. I mean,
Yeah, shit, sorry,
someone's
door's
gonna
locked.
get shot because you're gonna go to the wrong person's door. They're
That's
gonna,
up to them to go to that person's door. That is their choice.
they're gonna go up. Excuse me, has your family been vaccinated? Oh shit.
You're lucky if they got past the first 3 words. You'd be lucky if they said, "Oh
Look,
shit."
if somebody's house says no trespassing, I ain't going on it.
Be like, "Excuse me."
But I think that's
No.
wrong, though. I mean, it's,
All the way from the sign.
it should be, you know, your body, your choice. Just like with anything that goes into your body. Like, nobody forced me to get tattoos. That'd be pretty awesome if they did, though. Depending on what
I'm
it
pretty
was.
sure that's called prison, but
No. You can choose that, too.
Hmm.
So, I'll tell you what, some of those inmates are really talented artists. Just, if you like your tattoo with a little bit of hepatitis on the side, you're good to go.
hard pass.
Yeah, I won't
Hard
tell you
pass.
how the ink gets in, though. Some of
them.
them's done with a staple. One little poke at a time.
Fuck that.
Uh,
I barely like getting a shot. What makes you think I'm going to get poked by a staple like 1,000
when I
times?
worked in the prison, one of the inmates asked if I wanted a tattoo. I told him, nah, you can hold the hepatitis and the AIDS, bro. Because it's all in the prison. Hepatitis is everywhere in there. That and, you know, we had to get TB tested every year. No Doc Holidays up in there. What's up, Dan?
All right, Mia said. All right, Amber said I've had 2 tests done, and it was never like that.
Welcome to New Jersey. They stick that shit all the way the fuck up there.
And Mia said, went with my dad and watched him get tested. Never myself, but what Alex described is accurate in this case.
Thank you.
So,
Ding ding ding. We have a
Is it
winner.
accurate, or is it an accurate exaggeration from Alex?
makes it sound like they're shoving Excalibur up your nose.
It pretty much was.
So, I mean, granted, I know I would never want to get the one for the nose.
Yeah, they
Ever?
literally sit there and tell you it's normal if you get a nosebleed.
Well, I'm sure it's
That means it really just like a fucking chimney sweep. Just
You would know.
yeah,
oh my
just
god.
all the way up there. Just and then they go in circles trying to get everything in there.
What are they doing? Chimney sweep?
Pretty much, they like rotate the shit in there. Shit, you not.
I'm glad I never got that one.
Lucky
if that's
bastard.
The case.
Shit fucking sucked.
Then they'll move to Texas, and nobody gives a fuck there.
No.
Congratulations, I'm moving to a freedom state.
America!
yeah.
The true America. You in Florida, the last refuge for us freedom folk.
I'll pass on Florida. I don't want to fight no gators.
Gators are the least of your problems. Democrats.
Not if I stay indoors. Then gators are still my only problem.
Nah. Indoors, you have to worry about the boa constrictors and all that shit. The Burmese pythons.
Or
and
the
all that.
rats coming out of the toilet.
I've seen some of those videos.
They know how to swim. I'm just letting you know that.
Oh, I know. I know. I've seen some videos of those, of somebody open up their toilet in Florida and there's a fucking Burmese python like half up the tank. Oh, hell no. Hell no.
Can you imagine sitting down without looking one day?
No.
You just hear it hissing, you think it's just you taking a piss, all of a sudden.
You know, the funny thing was, is when I was
Your
at
nuts
Boy
are
Scout
gone.
camp, believe it or not, way back in the day, there was a kid that was using the latrine. And that's all open. And the guy got a nice little fucking copperhead bite right on his ass cheek.
Oh, wait. Was he taking a piss or shit?
He was taking a shit.
Oh, okay, I was like, if he's taking a piss, how the fuck?
No, he was sitting on the latrine and he got a nice little copperhead bite. Fortunately for him, it was a dry bite, but there's still a bite from a copperhead on the ass nonetheless.
He's got a lot of meat there. He was probably okay either way.
Well, I mean,
Yeah,
think of it from the point of view of the snake. All of a sudden, it gets real dark. It's real stinky.
All of a sudden, something touched you.
Yeah, I
Oh.
can't blame a snake for that one.
Boys,
He's
boys,
got a lot bigger problems with just snake venom.
With what?
Of getting bit in place like that.
you're gonna catch a lot of flack from everyone else.
Such a,
All right.
yeah.
Amber said, "Bro, Alex be going to one of them free clinics to get the COVID test."
Yeah, I had to pay for that shit. I paid $65 for them to shove that thing up there like they were fucking
You are the
lancing.
only
And-
person I know that ever had to pay for that.
Mew also said, "I'll trade places with ya because I hate this weather."
It's hot as fuck down in Texas.
It's hot as fuck up here. What the fuck you mean? The humidity is killing us.
Yeah, Mio, be thankful you don't have the fucking Jersey humidity.
I'd rather have that dry ass heat, honestly. My parents are down in Texas now. I'd rather have that dry ass heat right now.
I was born in Texas, actually.
Well, fuck you.
I was born in freedom and sent to oppression. Thanks, Mom and Dad.
Write a book about that.
What's hilarious is how your dad had to get you clothes down there.
Yeah, because my dad's a diehard Giants fan.
Uh-huh.
Diehard Giants fan. And I was born in Tyler, Texas, which is close to Dallas, which is where the Cowboys are. So everything, clothing-wise, for babies, was Dallas Cowboys. So my mom would hand him something, he'd look at it, throw it on the floor, kick it around. You know, that's how hardcore of a Giants fan my dad was. That he was willing in cowboy territory to fucking fuck up cowboy clothing. As he should have. 'Cause I'm a diehard Giants fan too.
I don't know if I'd kick around cowboy clothing though. That sounds a little too extreme even for my
Nah.
standard.
Well,
nah.
extreme is what Ozzy did in Texas. He took a piss on the Alamo.
He's banned from Texas.
He's banned from the state of Texas for life. Because Ozzy used to do acid intravenously. That's why he's a little space cadet right now. Love your music, Ozzy. Chair's waiting for you.
Never said which chair.
But you know, he took a piss on the Alamo during one of his shows, and the Texas didn't find that as funny as he did.
I can just imagine how many people watching him do that just almost kicked his ass.
Oh,
No.
there's certain states you don't fuck with their landmarks, and you just don't fuck with the Alamo.
You just don't fuck with Texas in general.
Hey, come to Jersey, piss on what was it? Devil's Tower? Is that what the fucking thing is
Go
called?
piss on Murphy's house.
Same
Everybody-
95.
Shit, is he that close?
Yeah, go piss on Murphy's shoes.
Shit, I'll take a detour.
All right, so my last point of view for tonight is we all know that the BLM, the Black Lives Matter movement, exists, but I really think that its original message has been perverted, because now they're going around saying how great Castro was, and they're supporting communism and doing all that crap. And honestly, what I'd like to see from an organization like that, who originally had a good message, the Black Lives Matter, which is true, maybe disband and reorganize into what it once was.
Yeah, I think it's already too far gone.
Is it though? I mean, you're gonna have to get the people that truly believe in its original message.
Yes, but then the same people who are doing what they're doing now are gonna rejoin right back in.
But that's what they have to do. They have to make it like a true organization, where you can't just leave and come back and leave and come back, stuff like that. Where you really believe the message that Black Lives Matter, because they do. Like I said before, what happened with George Floyd is completely unacceptable, and that's where you should have seen that organization really come to light more. Where yes, Black Lives Matter, but we're going to burn everything down. I'm pretty sure that George Floyd didn't want you to burn everything down. He did, he was a lot of things. He was a convicted felon and he was a known drug addict. But I'm pretty sure he didn't want people to burn the city of Chicago or Minneapolis or any other fucking city to the floor. Because at that point, you're perverting his name, too. If you want to put memorials and monuments and all that shit up for this guy, by burning cities down in his name, because you're using his name behind it, you're using all these people's name who are part of police violence, you're kind of damning their name. They lost the plot. And the plot was to say that Black Lives Matter and you have to do some kind of police reform. Not disbanding police, that doesn't make any sense. We still need law and order. There are good cops. The majority of cops are good. We need cops. We're not stupid. We know we need cops. But we don't need the bad ones. And there are bad ones. There's bad people in every organization, every job, every career out there. And that's why I do say that you need police reform. I don't know. I mean, I really think that BLM lost the plot over time. And now they're just using that organization to hide behind looting and rioting. And I mean, they're fucking killing people. They're destroying black-run businesses. They're killing black people. Isn't that the whole point of Black Lives Matter? Then why are you taking black lives?
It's just that little added bit of chaos. Once it's introduced, you can't stop it.
But you can, though. The original founders, well, you can't obviously go to the original
It spreads like a
founders,
fucking virus, though. That's what it is.
but they need to go on national TV, whoever's running this organization now, and tell these people, stop. You're damning our organization's name. But now you have the organization itself promoting communism.
That's because they're too busy doing that and buying mansions.
Yeah. Which is what, capitalism, not communism. Right. It has to go back to its original mission statement. That Black Lives Matter. Not Black Lives Matter as long as I can loot, riot, steal, and use the organization's money to buy $90 million mansions.
It's just about like them wanting to do something and then just doing it no matter what, because it's just giving them the power to do it.
Right. So,
Once it's started, you can't really stop it. It's like a runaway train.
Even the government is saying their behavior right now is okay. Because you haven't seen the Biden administration say, well, BLM, you really should stop burning my cities down, please. They're saying, oh, well, it's peaceful protesting. No, it's not peaceful protesting when half a fucking city's on fire. It was originally, when the whole thing with George Floyd started, it was a peaceful protest. And then people, because that's human nature, took it too fucking far because they knew they can get away with it. And then you had prosecutors, cops, everybody fucking worried about their job to actually do it. Everybody's afraid to lose their fucking job now. Because you say the wrong thing in a conversation and, well, you're fucked.
Yeah, but it's like you said, it's human nature to keep going until you've taken it too far.
Right, but when...
They're still getting away with it. They technically haven't taken it too far in everyone else's eyes.
They haven't taken it too far. How are they not taking it
to the
too far?
government, they haven't taken it too far.
Well, so what's too far?
When the
they
government
kidnap
finally
the
takes
president?
action. When the government finally takes action, then they'll finally think,
I mean,
okay,
look
we've
at it
taken
this
it
way.
too far.
It was too far when the Trump supporters stormed the Capitol. That was too far for the Republicans to go.
Because they did something about government property.
Well, they're burning down federal buildings, though. Courthouses, police stations. They're burning all that. I mean, they had a fucking demilitarized zone. Or not demilitarized, a fucking autonomous zone. I mean, that's...
Well, that worked out.
Yeah, the Chop Chaz or whatever the fuck that was called. The Summer of Love, which was more like the summer of a bloodbath. You had heroin, fentanyl, drugs everywhere. And armed civilians, people who probably have no right to have a gun, were toting around fucking fully automatic weapons to defend the border of Chop or Chaz or whatever the fuck it was called. And you had police that said, fuck it. We're not getting support. We're not going to do anything about it. I don't blame them. Why are they risking their life when they have no backing by their own leaders?
You know it's bad when you have a whole 50-man SWAT unit just say, we're all done.
Yeah.
Bye.
They quit. They didn't quit the department. They just quit the
SWAT unit.
The SWAT unit, yeah. The anti-riot unit. Because they're tired of fucking Molotov cocktails being thrown at them. They want to go home to their families. They want to make sure that they can go home and hug their children at night. And the government's just allowing this shit. Under the Trump administration, it was never going to get this far. Never.
All right, ready? Someone said, probably because if they tell them it's wrong, they will get canceled and called racist.
Yeah,
That's where
they love to hide behind.
That's where we're at as a society right now. I am living proof of that, honestly. I said some shit and can never work in that industry again.
That's the sad society that we live in, though. That you can't speak your mind anymore.
That's why I think we just need a hard restart.
A hard human restart?
Honestly.
I mean, look, everybody is entitled to their opinion. That's what's great about the First Amendment.
Apparently not, though, anymore. No one's entitled to an opinion if it doesn't agree with the masses.
And that's the problem. But you go to, like I said in other podcasts, find some place where you can speak your mind other than the United States. Find some place where you're entitled to have a difference of opinion. Because I guarantee you, if you go to fucking Moscow, you're going to the gulag for having a difference of opinion. And it's not the Call of Duty gulag where you can fight your way out and respawn in 10 seconds. It's the fucking gulag where you can't even sit down for 24 hours a day. It's ridiculous. You almost have to sleep standing up. Russian prisons are no joke. But the United States is so evil. But you look at countries that live in communism, and why do they want to leave? You don't see them go, hey, come on over for summer break at Moscow. Or, hey, come on over to North Korea. The fucking weather's great. No, if you fucking look at a picture of Kim Jong-un wrong, you're in fucking a work concentration camp like what the Nazis had. But who was almost about to break that bridge with North Korea? Donald Trump.
That's what I'm thinking. Like at this point, either World War III or Civil War might do more good than harm. At this point,
It would, but I just don't want the death behind it.
it's gonna suck no matter which way this goes. It's just a matter of which way is gonna be the path of least resistance.
Well, the problem is you're going to have, let's just say, if it does split politically, you'll have the Republicans, who are the majority of gun holders. So really, all that's going to happen is the Republican or the gun holders of America win.
They're gonna end up fighting the cartels.
Yeah.
The cartels are gonna want freedom to do whatever it is that they do.
Right. Exactly. And don't for one second think that the cartels of Mexico aren't here. Because you have MS-13 leaders here, and they're no fucking joke. There's stories of MS-13 gang leaders filleting people because they looked at them wrong. Those guys are no joke, but come on into the United States. Joe opened the border up for you. It's fine. You don't even need documentation. Just come on in. Makes people who worked for their fucking citizenship, like your fucking mom and grandma, it's like they wasted their time. They could have just came under the Biden administration.
At some point, I would love to have my mom on here.
Yeah, so would I. Just off the sheer fact, like, does she regret coming here now? Because I'm curious what immigrants who legally came here are thinking. Like, shit, I should have came under the Biden administration. I wouldn't have to have paid all that money, or waited years and years and years to become a citizen, like his grandmother did.
The whole thing's going to shit.
It is going to shit. It is going to shit. And like you said, maybe a hard restart wouldn't be too bad. I wish we could just unplug it and plug it back in like we can with other stuff. with
The number one rule of troubleshooting: have you turned it off and turned it back on again?
Yeah, we need to as a society we need to
The government
troubleshoot.
shut down for like a little bit, came back on, and still and fixed.
No, they didn't wait to 30 seconds.
They waited only 10.
Yeah,
That's what it was.
and somebody needs to blow on the cartridge.
You had to,
They
But-
didn't insert the cartridge incorrectly.
Right now the government's like an old Nintendo system. It's
somebody just got whacked to make it work.
well, it's that, and it needs a drastic update. It needs to upgrade.
Because we have a bunch of old dogs in the fucking everywhere. They need to be.
Drivers are out of date.
And your graphics card is pretty shot because you have to look at Kamala Harris's face every now and then.
Their driver's license haven't been updated in like years.
It's a lizard. That's all it is. It's a spotted gecko. That's her license picture.
Advertisement for Geico.
But I think you're right, though. I think the government could use an update, a hard reset.
A lot of it could just use an update.
Yeah, but people are
reset.
going to follow what the media says, and the media is going to follow whatever the government tells them. So if the government gets a hard reset and essentially can fix itself over time, because nothing's going to happen right away, then the media will pander to them, and then big tech will pander to them, because that's all they do is they don't know how to think for themselves.
Yeah,
They'll
but
only do
nowadays,
what-
if you think for yourselves, you get canceled.
I mean, now, like I was saying, like on Facebook, if you spread misinformation about COVID, they start fucking following your social media accounts.
So I have nothing to lose, you tell me.
I don't either. I don't really use social media. I think it's stupid. I think it had its place and time in history.
MySpace days.
Yeah,
Oh,
MySpace
yeah.
days. Like, at least MySpace was fun. You could put music and all that other shit
Teaching
on
us
there.
how to hack and shit.
You used to be able to set a sick background and all that stuff. You could even put like full playlists on there that you ripped off of Kazaa.
Or LimeWire.
Or
Rest in
LimeWire.
peace, computers.
You get the blue screen of death afterwards.
I don't know what to do. My parents' computer just stopped working.
Or every video you download from Kazaa is a Rick rolled.
Mm-hmm.
But that
Wait a minute, hold up. The amount of time it took to download that shit.
because
Aw.
you're on AOL broadband. You're in that wonderful dial-up tone,
Get off the internet! I need to make a phone call!
where you had to have the button to switch between the two of them. Well, you saw.
Fuck, we're dating ourselves.
I still had my old Macintosh computer.
Beyond my time.
He'll definitely be on your time.
The sound that will forever separate
I'm really
generations.
dating
You're
myself.
showing
here.
your age, bro. The both of you, fucking A.
Well, he's not that much younger than me, but
You're both showing your age.
Okay, when I was in middle school is when the first cell phones started to come out, like the first pocket-sized cell phones.
Fucking A, my
And
God.
I remember I had one, and it had the long antenna on it, and it, all it said was Verizon and GPS. That was it. Well, I thought I was the hottest, coolest kid in the world because I had a fucking cell phone. Couldn't do anything on it, but I had a cell phone.
Yeah, that brick, and just every time you put it in your pocket, your pants started sagging.
My dad had that phone. That
My
huge
very
ass
first
gray-
cell phone was the Nokia.
No, oh,
That
did it the
fucking- yeah.
chirp and everything?
Not the chirp one. I had the like indestructible Nokia. That like the
Or you could
classic-
run over with a Mack truck and it'd be fine.
I had one of those flip ones. We got real good at just sending messages without even looking at the keypad anymore.
Fuck yeah.
That's when texting was texting. When you actually
You didn't even have to look. You just had to like type it, confirm that it says what you want, send.
I had the T-Mobile Sidekick at one point too.
Oh shit, you
thought-
were one of the fancy kids.
I was, and there
Yup.
it is. I had a big
Oh.
screen.
Back then, you could also tell what you were typing just by the sound. You didn't have to look at it.
Yep.
As long as you knew that, what was it? Number 7 was 4 clicks for an S or something
Yep.
like that.
Yep. See, I couldn't do that. I was texting in school.
Yeah, you had to turn
You
the
had to
volume
go
on.
by the feel, just like, okay, one, okay.
All of a sudden,
B,
you learned
2
Braille
clicks.
because that shit was on the fucking phone.
Mine didn't even have that.
No,
mine-
you did. Just right on the middle key.
Yeah.
That's it. Bing. All right, I'm here. I need to click 4. All right, that's to the left. 6 to the right.
But once
5
you
dead
got
center.
it, though, you can text anything.
Oh,
God.
Once you
absolutely.
got that rhythm, you can send like a whole fucking.
And the ones you memorized how many clicks you needed for exclamation mark, question mark, comma, period.
You could write a whole fucking book with that if you got the rhythm down right.
Yep.
Like your character's back.
That was oh shit, yeah, that was really getting old.
Oh God. Before there was unlimited texting, you got charged each text.
Oh, God.
Or
you know
unlimited
how
data.
far my
even.
sister took that shit? The bill came in $200
That's it.
over.
That's it.
She had a plan.
That's it.
I remember when
That
I
was
had
just from texting.
That's
The
it.
calls was something else.
$696.
How the fuck you manage that?
texting,
I
bro.
text everybody
You don't have texting on your plan.
There
because
was
my
none
dad
yet.
said that it was not needed.
Yeah,
And guess what?
it was needed.
I proved it. I proved my point.
Like even when you had to pay for like when you went over your minutes, or you had to call after 9 o'clock at night, so it didn't cost you anything.
Mm,
Those were the good old days.
fuck, you boys probably know Rolodex. You probably just have a Rolodex of all your old contacts.
There's
on.
nothing wrong with a
No,
Rolodex.
you memorized them.
No, I never could do that though.
Really?
I never could memorize phone numbers.
I memorize the important ones. Mom, dad, mine.
Now here's the thing. I
At
can't
home.
remember it like off the top of my head, but you give me a keypad, I can dial it.
Nah, I can't,
Can't
do
do
that.
that.
Seven cars for kids.
Fucking A.
Oh yeah, what's the house?
Not live, you're
No,
doing
not
that.
live, ma.
Do it. You can call in
No.
at all hours of the day.
Yeah, you know what? Write on a piece of paper and give it to her.
I don't know it. I don't call it.
Is that a 6? I can't read it.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Well, yeah,
Alright.
I mean, it's great though. Like, those days were great. Life was so much simpler without social media and all that shit. You're not checking your phone every 30 seconds, like, ooh, did I get a message? Nothing. None of that shit.
Yeah, and then you had like a few chat rooms here and there.
AIM, instant messenger.
Now you have some weird, sketchy Harry Potter sketches on the internet that no one wants to read.
There's a lot of weird shit on the internet you
Yep.
don't want to see or read. And it's only gotten weirder as time goes on.
Mm-hmm.
Well, then, speaking of weird / throwback / strange, I know Alex has a story for us.
Yes.
Oh shit, can we take a short break?
Yes,
I gotta use the
yes.
fucking bathroom in it.
We're
All
going
right.
to take a short break.
We're gonna take a short break. We'll be back, and then after that, it's story time with Alex.
And probably the stupid question of the day.
I'm
Most
still
likely.
working on that.
And I also have to refill my glass again.
Alcoholic.
Chill, bro.
It's good.
Hey, you want mine? Fucking A.
Did you have more than?
And we are back, and Alex just chugged all of that. And of
It
course,
tastes fucking good though.
and of course, Dan had to refill his fucking drug.
Yeah, I know.
I do like the pineapple taste that it has.
Well, while we before we continue with Alex's story,
Yeah.
we have some people on chat.
All right.
Mio said, "Just let my cynical ass get a safe house in some foreign country set up, then everybody can drop bombs for all I care. Too deep to fix it, so it's either gonna topple and break, or we're stagnating. You have to watch the Zoomers. Believe it or not, they're the ones that will be building things after the war. One of the main reasons I wish people would have more kids is to teach them how to do things with logical thinking over selfish, emotional impulse."
That'd be nice. Except that's exactly the
Really
opposite
fucking
of what
nice.
teachers are teaching now.
You're not wrong. Not wrong at all.
Mm-mm.
That was a good
Yeah.
set from Mio.
I'd like
Nice.
to. I'd like a bunker.
You like a lot of things, bro.
I wouldn't mind. Would you? When shit hits the fan, you wouldn't want to come to the bunker.
If
Bunker's a
shit hits
bunker.
the fan, I think I'd rather be taken out with the rest of the shit.
All right. So you'd rather die instead of being safe in my bunker. All right, no problem.
And living
you
for
heard
what?
it, right? You heard it.
And living for what? The rest of the world is a wasteland at that point.
It would be pretty interesting when you reopen it to see the aftermath.
And all the radiation just comes in.
Well, hopefully.
Instantly cooked.
Yeah,
You open the door.
It's like that episode.
It'd be like some Fallout shit.
yeah, it's like fucking Cloverfield.
Yeah, exactly.
Whatever
All
happened to those movies?
I don't know what happened. I don't
They
know.
died off alone with the fucking cat in the movie.
All right, I think it is time
Alright.
for the
Story time with Alex.
Alright, to keep you guys interested, here's how it's. So it starts with me going to Barcelona and Rome with my sister as she goes to a wedding in Ireland. And it ends with me leaving an airport, and then a week later, that airport being bombed by ISIS.
Okay. All right.
Do continue.
Exactly, that's the hook. Hook, line, sinker. So, as I said, my sister was going to a wedding over in, where was it? Somewhere in Ireland. I can't remember exactly where. But while she was over there, she wanted to explore the rest of Europe. Now,
Seems reasonable.
my mom didn't want her traveling alone past the wedding. So she had two choices, send me or my brother.
I know where this one goes.
So that's why you went.
And that's why I went. Because my mom knows that I'm a bit more anxious than my brother is, so I know how to take care of everything else. Anxiety is a hell of a thing. So she literally just asked me, "Hey, do you want to go to Europe with your sister?" Sure, why not? Free trip. It was not a free trip. I ended up spending like fucking $3,000. Hotel, everything. Well, it wasn't even a hotel. We'll get to that part though. So everything was set up for me. My flights, my location where we were staying, my sister set that up. Everything was taken care of. I get to JFK Airport. Right, I'm expecting long ass lines, sitting there for like fucking 5 hours just trying to get into the fucking place. I get there at around 4 in the afternoon.
What time was your flight? Like
Around
9?
About 7.
Okay.
So I figured 3 hours to get through will be pretty solid. I get through in about 30 minutes. There was no one fucking there. Not a single fucking person. I was just looking around like, where the fuck is everyone? Something happen? Put my bag up. I had a carry-on and a fucking, not a check-in. What's that shit called? Personal bag? Yeah. Because that's all you're fucking allowed now. No, sorry. I'm sorry. Carry-ons are no longer allowed. It's just that personal bag now. You have to pay for a fucking carry-on now.
Sure do.
It's fucking bullshit. That's how they make their money. So, for the next 2.5 hours, I get to just sit there and twiddle my fucking thumbs, stare out the window.
Now I'm assuming, is your sister there with you, or is she
No, she's already over there. I'm meeting her in Barcelona. Barcelona, yeah, that was the first one. Now, everyone that knows me knows I am fucking challenged when it comes to directions geographically.
You think?
So then sending me by myself to a foreign country
You'll be fine.
with just my sister,
You'll be all right.
who is, sorry Tori if you ever watch this, ditzy as hell. Not a great combination, but we'll see. So I finally get to board the plane. So how my flight path is scheduled out, I have a flight from JFK to Russia with a 15-minute layover then from Russia to Barcelona. Right? Solid flight path. We get on board, we board. I'm sitting in the window seat, and there were two people next to me. Someone about my age, female, and an older lady. So we're sitting there, I'm staring out the window, all of a sudden I get a tap on the shoulder. We're all conversing, like we normally do on flights and shit when you know no one. You just talk to people next to you and hope for the best.
You're not wrong.
Right? Especially when you don't have any music or anything.
Ooh, rip.
And the lady in the aisle seat, the older one, she tells us she's opera dubstep. She makes opera dubstep. I can't find the shit anymore. And I'm so upset by it. She gave me a card and everything. I can't fucking find it. But I listened to it. It was the dopest shit on earth. And out of nowhere, she pulls out this big ass fruit salad. A big ass bowl. I'm talking like fucking this big. And she pulled it out, took 3 bowls, one to each of us, gave us some salad. For some reason, with all my anxiousness and everything, I accepted fruit salad from a random lady on a flight.
An
Good.
international flight.
An international flight to Russia. I accepted a bowl of fruit salad. Without even knowing her. I knew her for about 5 minutes and then I got a bowl of fruit salad.
How'd she even get that on a plane?
I have no fucking idea. That thought came after I already finished it. And I sat there and thought, fuck, I'm either gonna get kidnapped as soon as this flight lands or something here. It's gonna be a hell of a ride, but here we go. First time traveling internationally on my own. Right? So, we're sitting there for about an hour. Hour has gone by. I look out the window. We still haven't taken off. We're still doing laps around that fucking place. Because there is a long ass queue. Why? Storm? I don't know.
And this
Never-
is in JFK.
This is in JFK. Fucking bullshit. Right? Finally, we take off. It's a long ass flight. It's like a 16-hour flight.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So we had enough time to have breakfast, lunch, dinner, and breakfast.
God damn.
That's how long we were on that shit. We took turns going to sleep and waking the other person up to get the food that came around, the drinks, everything else. Watched movies, conversed. We were the loudest motherfuckers on the plane.
At least you had a positive flight.
Oh yeah, yeah. That was the only positive flight. A few more to go. We land in Moscow. I believe it was Moscow. It was somewhere in Russia. It was a nice little rinky-dink airport. Right? Nice mall-looking type shit. It was like a quarter of the size of JFK though. So we land. We're all going through security. All of a sudden I give them my ticket and they look at it and then I see a panicked look on their face. I'm like, fuck me. They're like, oh, come here, come here. And they rush me through security. They don't even check my fucking bag. They just roll me on through. I'm like, oh, here we go. Welcome to Russia. And they go, gate, that way, 13, run. I'm like, here we go. I'm boogieing through an empty-ass airport. I see it. I'm about, I'd say about 200 feet from it. I can see the 13. And I'm running. I'm exhausted already at this point.
Let me guess, you're seeing them closing the door.
Not even. I see 3 people get off. Right? So I start slowing down because I'm like, okay, that's not normal. And then they start walking towards me. I'm like, okay, less normal. And they're wearing captain uniforms. So I'm like, alright. And they approach me. I'm like, okay, this isn't good. And one of them just holds his hand out like this. I'm like, either I'm getting mugged by 3 captains or they want my ticket. I'm going to hope to God that it's the ticket they want. I give him the ticket, looks at it and goes, follow. In like the most Russian accent I've ever heard. I'm like, yeah, Russians, let's go. So I follow him over to a little fucking desk. We've walked away from the gate at this point. I'm like, okay. And he says something to the lady in Russian. They're conversing. And he tips his hat to me. I'm like, hey, I got a hat tip. Let's go. I'm in a good mood still. They walk off. She looks up at me and goes, okay, so you missed your flight. I'm like, there goes the good mood. She goes, you missed it by just a few minutes. I'm like, we were doing laps around fucking JFK for an hour.
Wow.
That'll
And
do it.
this is what happens. I'm like, okay. So what's the plan? Oh, we're gonna put you on the next flight to Barcelona. All right, great. What time is it at? 1 o'clock. I look at my watch. Like, it's 9 o'clock. Bet. All right. Cool. She goes, okay. So here's the ticket. I look at the date. It's for tomorrow.
Oh.
I had to spend the next 15 or 16 hours in the Russian airport. I was too afraid to leave because if they decided they want to keep me That was it.
No more Alex.
No more Alex. I don't want to leave. I don't want to risk having to go through security again. All that bullshit. So what I do, I just walked around with my check-in bag, my personal bag, and just walked around.
Yeah.
That's all I had to do. I visited Burger King. Yo, they gave me a beer with my chicken sandwich, and the chicken sandwich had cheese on it without me asking. No extra charge. I was like, yo, let's go. Free beer with it. Let's
You
go.
foodie.
Yo, I was ecstatic, bro. I was
Heaven
19.
forbid you had like authentic Russian food.
I was
like
19
borscht.
and having a beer. I was having the time of my fucking life. And then after about 5 hours, I got bored because I've explored the entire airport. I'm in the gift shop staring at random things now, and I see a familiar face walk by. It's the girl who was about my age, who was also heading to Barcelona. Difference is, she scheduled her hour layover. So I'm like, okay, you do you. Different flight anyway, but let's hang out. At least she hasn't come. The biggest surprise I had in that airport was they had a TGI Fridays.
No shit.
That's what I'm saying. They spoke pretty good English. And the help desk lady, she gave me a voucher for, I think it was like 10,000 rubles or something like that, to just spend wherever. Spent that whole thing in just one paycheck there. It was like one meal there. That was it. So we had mimosas and anything else. We were just hanging out. I had cards, thankfully. So we were playing cards, we were playing Spit. Any card game you could think of, we played. And I had to call my mom and tell her, hey, yo, so I'm stuck in Russia. I'm going to be here for 16 hours. I got 14 to go. You might want to tell Toria that I'm going to be a little late. Right? Because I was supposed to meet her. That our flights were supposed to land at approximately the same time.
Oh, so she's probably been waiting for you this whole time.
Right? So finally, after hanging out for the whole 16 hours, right, she kept me company the entire time. We were tired of shit at this point. Well, my flight finally comes up. I say my goodbye. Never saw her again. I get on my flight. It's a tiny plane. 3 seats on each side.
Okay.
I'm in the aisle seat. My seat is all the way in the back of the plane, right in front of the bathroom. Very last row, aisle seat.
Oh, that's a rough spot.
And wouldn't you know it, next to me are 2 old Asian ladies and a small dog.
What?
I was amused by the small dogs, and so I was playing with the small dog. It was like a little. It wasn't a chihuahua. I don't know what the fuck that little thing was. It was adorable as shit. Right? So I'm thinking, okay, finally, we can get going somewhere. So I'm playing with the dog. Finally, I sit back. I'm trying to relax. We're about to take off. As we're climbing, I look down at the dog, thinking, okay, how's he doing? And he's just looking up at me. I'm like, I think I recognize that look. Don't you fucking, and it pisses on the carpet in front of me.
Oh, no.
I slap the lady to my left, and she pulls out like this fucking pee blanket. She was ready for that shit. Scooped the little bastard up and just held him. I'm like, how the fuck? Alright, you know what? I'm not gonna ask, because it doesn't smell. The carpet absorbed all the pee. It doesn't smell at all. You're holding the rat. I no longer like this dog. I can have a peaceful flight. As soon as we reach altitude, and that fucking light dings, and that seatbelt thing says you can now wander around the cabin, half that fucking plane gets up to use the bathroom.
And you're stuck sitting
And I'm
there.
stuck right in fucking front of it.
So you got that,
So
that
I
poo
got-
waft, huh?
Yeah, I got nothing but people just lying literally right here.
You got that borscht waft.
Yeah, I had like a fucking armrest about this big. So I'm just like, I didn't even have this much room. What the fuck am I saying? This is like this. That was my space. And finally, we had some turbulence, so everyone went to go sit back down because the seatbelt thing came back on. 20 minutes later, ding, everyone gets right back online. I'm like, all right, I've had enough of this shit. I'm gonna try and sleep. And as I'm sleeping, I open one eye to see how the line's going, and I see this dude. He's trying to he just came out of the bathroom, and he's trying to let people pass behind him. And he's a relatively tall dude, right? So what's he do? He turns towards me and leans forward. And you'll never guess what's at the perfect height, sitting on my fucking shoulder.
Was it his wiener?
It's fucking nuts, bro. Just fucking chill on my shoulder. Like, yo, I'm gonna fucking lose my shit on this flight. I'm going to fucking kill everyone. The air marshals are gonna have to hold me down and arrest me, tase me or something. I'm gonna fucking go berserk on this shit. Finally, I land. I'm thinking, okay, I've had enough of this shit. I just want to go to the room, relax, wherever the fuck we're going. My sister booked 2 Airbnbs, right? And we'll get to that. Tell me how I land over 16 hours late and she's still not there.
What?
I never
At the airport or
at the airport.
the Airbnb?
At the airport. Where she was supposed to be waiting for me. I get there. Oh yeah, her flight's running behind 6 hours. Like, what, did she get delayed too? I don't know. I still don't know the answer to that. I still do not. Fucking, how old am I now? What am I, fucking 25? 6 years later, I still don't know the answer.
So you land at the airport, she's not there.
And I get to hang out at another airport for another 6 hours.
Oh
Fun.
my god.
Finally, she lands. We find her checking bag. We take a taxi to the fucking Airbnb. Now, I don't know if you ever seen those streets of Barcelona, but they are fucking narrow.
Narrow.
There's cars parked up on the sidewalk. So, like
What?
one wheel on the street, the rest on the fucking sidewalk. You could just barely get a single car through. I don't know if it's two-way traffic or not, but fuck. The mirrors are like almost touching. Like, like you stick your hand out, you're gonna lose it.
Damn.
God damn.
Like you could touch mirrors just by going like this out the window.
I've always wanted to go to Barcelona, but you're not really selling it for me right now.
It's a beautiful fucking place. It's just that road that I was on. Fuck. Right? So we get there. It's probably about 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock at night at this point. So like, okay, hopefully she's still awake or something. Alright, so my sister calls her. Because we knocked on the door. No one was answering. So like, calls her. Oh yeah, I'm on my way back now. Tell me how she comes up to her place with a surfboard and a small dog. I'm like, were you surfing at night in this darkness? Because it was dark. I'm telling you, you couldn't see down the road.
And who is this? This is your sister?
No,
Or
this was the fucking lady for the Airbnb. She didn't even fucking know her. It's just like from the darkness. Hi. I was like, yo, what the fuck?
Ding dong.
Right? So we get inside. Now, my sister booked all the Airbnbs. I haven't seen shit. I didn't book anything. I didn't see anything. All of it was taken care of. I just had to pay. My portion. Tell me how we get inside. She puts us upstairs. It's a mattress on the ground with a single sheet on top of it. There's like 1 or 2 broken windows. It looked like a fucking crack house, my guy. And we had to stay there for 3 fucking days. And the small dog all 3 days would not fucking stop bothering me while I'm trying to sleep. I smacked the little fucker away from me. We had a fan. It's kind of ghetto.
We do not condone animal cruelty on this.
We
do
also
not.
do not want to go anywhere with the sister.
Absolutely
really?
not.
What would it cost you, like €2 a night?
Probably. Alright, so we explored Barcelona. It was kind of nice. The beaches were fucking beautiful. I was able to ride a bike, hold my phone up, and take videos and shit. It really was beautiful. The food was fantastic.
Oh, yeah, I heard the food's great over there.
I had paella. My sister spilled some on my fucking travel bag.
Nice.
It's literally that bag has gone everywhere with me. It's gone to Curacao in Central America, Japan, Russia now, Barcelona, Rome, Texas. Yes, I count that separately. But finally, the 3 days of hell were over in Barcelona. Right, the food was great. The place we were living, not so much. The dog, I hope I never see it again. And finally, we get to leave. Thankfully, it's only an hour flight from Barcelona to Rome. Easy, no hiccups whatsoever. My sister, she went and got first class because she bougie like that. Me, I sat in economy. I was like, fuck it. You have fun up there. We get to the Airbnb in Rome. Why is it the polar fucking opposite? It's like she skimped out in Barcelona so she could splurge on Rome. Marble beds, bunk beds, a shower, breakfast in the morning waiting for us. Fucking nicest place I've stayed outside of like a hotel.
Really?
Like even by my standard, by hotel standards, I would prefer that place. It
No
was
shit.
that fucking nice. The food was great. We visited the Coliseum. We did the walk around shit. And my sister, she loves doing handstands everywhere. So literally all throughout Barcelona, all throughout Rome, just haha, do a handstand. Haha, do a handstand. Haha, do a handstand. I was like, fucking A, you're gonna fall one of these days. And then she tried to do it on a fucking slant. Like, go ahead, try it. Yeah.
Video
Oh,
recording.
you're really enthusiastic about it now. Yeah. Video. Yeah, go ahead. Falls. There it is.
That's sibling love right there.
Absolutely. All right. Now, my sister didn't actually figure this out on her own, but every single day I took a picture of her and had her take a picture of me, and I sent her two things before we even left for Europe. Right? Two things I sent her was the locations of the US embassies in Barcelona and Rome,
Okay.
right? Just the picture of the map. So that way you could just show it to any taxi driver and be like, there.
That's a good
You
idea.
could pinpoint
That was a really good idea.
She had no idea what it was. I'm just like, don't worry about it. Just know that if you're in trouble, just go there.
Mm-hmm.
Right? She had no idea where the fuck it was. And then every day, just take a picture. And she goes, oh, you like taking pictures now, huh? I'm like, yeah, sure, whatever. Just take a picture every morning. I explained to her later, like 2 years later after we went, at Thanksgiving. I'm like, you know why I took pictures every day, right? So that way you can show people, this is what he's wearing, this is what he looks like. Show the authorities. This is what she looks like, this is what she was wearing.
It's another very smart move.
My sister now understands why I was sent instead of my brother. Anxious type. Right? Rome was beautiful though. The food was pretty good actually.
I would hope so.
Got a lot of nice pictures. The Colosseum, I wasn't really anything to actually rave about. We did a little fucking moped thing on a tour where she sat in the sidecar and I got to sit on the back of the fucking bike and like dry hump this dude. So
You have to ride the Italian stallion, huh?
pretty much. So it was beautiful though. So finally that whole shabam is over. Alright, we're heading back. So our flight path is now from Rome to Turkey back to JFK. Right? On the flight to Turkey, it was a row of 3 seats. There was a guy in the aisle seat, an empty seat, and then me staring out the window. Entire flight, that seat was empty. No one was there. The guy was just chilling there. Seat was empty. I stared out the window, played music, slept, did
And
whatever.
your sister on the same flight?
Yeah, she was fucking first class again. She bougie like that. She's just like my fucking brother. No matter how much she denies it. And as we're approaching the landing, right? We're finally coming down. We're about to do the descent. I sit back up. I go like this. I look to my left, see what's going on. And there's just this little fucking girl sitting there. Scared the living fuck out of me. Because the entire flight, empty. It's a 3-hour flight. Emptiness. You just stare at, all of a sudden you turn like this, and there's just a little girl staring at
Oh,
you.
man, you got hit like they do in The Shining.
Yeah, I fucking jumped. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Can't say I don't blame you.
And so I just put my earbuds right back in and just looked back out the window. I was like, nope, nope, too much for me right now. Can't do it. All of a sudden I get a tap on my shoulder. I'm like, please leave me alone.
Please, demons, go.
Please leave me alone. And he taps me on the shoulder again. I'm like, I look over. Now it's the guy. He's tapping on my shoulder and just pointing at something in front of me. It's a little brown piece of paper like this big. I'm like, okay, you want that? And there you go. He opens it up. Immediately, the girl barfs in the bag.
Ooh.
Immediately.
Oh.
And the entire time, the reason I had the headphones in was because there was a baby crying. And I was thankful that I couldn't hear it the entire time. I was so upset. Alright. And then we land in Turkey, right? And right there, Turkey airport has a very specific smell to it. And you'll never forget that
Like
smell.
what, though?
I can't describe it, but if I smelled it again, I could easily tell you, yeah, this smells like a Turkey airport. It's such a distinct smell. It's not a bad smell either. It's just different. I don't know how to describe it though.
Interesting.
Did it smell like food, kind of like a food culture kind of thing? Or like.
Not really. It's just like, you know, when you go to New York for the first time, it just had that different smell to it than New Jersey.
Yeah.
Same type of
Okay.
thing.
Okay, that makes sense.
And I saw the coolest thing I'll ever see. that I'll never see again, probably, is they had a thing called a bucket of fries at Burger King. It was 3 large fries and a medium fries thrown into a bucket, and you got to keep the bucket.
Sick.
I was this fucking close to getting it, and then my sister said, "No, we have to catch the flight. You're never gonna be able to finish it in time." I'm like, "You don't know me. Let me get it. I want the bucket."
But I want the bucket.
I did
want
not
that
get the bucket.
chicken.
I did not end up getting the bucket. No, I was very upset. So finally, we had a peaceful flight going back to JFK, thankfully.
Oh, good.
Right? All is well and good. Right? We get back. Told the whole story, the horror stories of my fucking flights. I haven't been on a fucking plane since. Oh, no, that's a lie. I went to fucking Japan, bro.
That's where I want to go.
I was asleep the whole night. Yeah, I'll go with you. I'll go with you. I'm
wanna
gonna
go
do
to
nothing but
Tokyo
eat food.
so bad. And I want to go to Kobe and get real Kobe beef.
I'll go with you. You let me know, my guy. There's a whole bunch of shit I want to buy back in fucking Tokyo again anyway.
I want to go to Tokyo. I don't know about you, but I really want to go to Tokyo.
I'll take you there. I know all the good spots.
Well, that's good because I can't read Japanese.
I can't either. What do you think I use? Google Translate and hope for the best. But to wrap the story up, after we got back, a week later, the Turkey airport that ISIS bombed was the same airport we were in a week earlier.
Whoa. Wow. See, like that reminds me a lot of like with 9/11. My dad was at Giant Stadium, and your dad worked.
My dad was on
still
Wall
at
Street.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
very close to all of that shit.
My mom told me, probably all of that bad luck streak was just that way you could escape that.
Yeah.
And made it off by a week. Like, sure, Mom.
Either
whatever
that, or you
say.
just left your bad luck there and it just accumulated.
Considering my flight back from Turkey to JFK was normal, maybe. Just left it there with a bucket of fries.
I'm surprised though you flew into Russia first and then
Yeah, you
into,
usually do that with a flight plan. You go up and then down.
Bro, I went to Israel. It was a straight shot.
Hey, I didn't
That's
schedule
usually
it.
not the cheapest way to do it. Usually, the cheapest way they do it is to go up and follow like the what's it called? Yeah, it's like specific flight patterns that because there's like I don't know. I know there's a reason they do it. It's like the spin of the Earth and all that shit. There's a reason they do it because it does make the flight shorter than directly going. Because I know a flight to Australia is ridiculously long because there is no short flight path.
Well, I know with the flight to Israel, we did do that. We went up and down
Mhm.
and it was a 22-hour flight.
Oh, fuck that. Oh.
Now, luckily, the people I were with
We're fun.
were also huge gamers, and this TV screen that they had in front of the seats had like Tetris and shit on it. So we were competing for a high score in the entire flight.
Oh,
I can't imagine doing that for 22 hours.
Even in first class, I couldn't imagine doing that.
I'd knock out. That's what I'd do.
Well, I have to in order to get on a plane. I got to Xanax up.
Knock out, watch a movie, do something. Fuck. Yo, but deadass, you let me know when you want to go to Japan. I'll go with you. Zero hesitation.
Done. Definitely.
Is it soon? Because I want to go.
It's just it's on my bucket list of places to
Oh,
visit.
for fuck's sake, that's gonna take forever to get to.
Oh no! It's relatively high up on the bucket list. And if I actually open my own bowling alley, I'll be able to afford it sooner.
Just because it's on your bucket list doesn't mean it's gonna happen soon.
Well,
I mean, I have
it's not gonna happen fucking tomorrow, but
I had skydiving on my list. I did that. I have bungee jumping on the list.
No.
I don't know if I'm ever gonna have the chance to
I
actually do
will
that.
not. I will not. And podcast hear this out. Will never jump out of a perfectly good aircraft.
Okay, well,
I will
bungee
try
jumping.
to make it happen.
Fuck that, bro.
Why?
Because
You got a rubber band around your feet. You'll be fine.
I am too big to do that.
You are not. They just put on a stronger rubber bands.
No.
Sissy.
But
You
skydiving?
Call me what you want. It ain't gonna happen.
Yeah, I was gonna do it in New Zealand. The
Skydiving?
home of bungee jumping.
No. Bungee jumping, skydiving, all that shit. No way.
2 million.
Skydiving?
You can repeat yourself all you want.
Skydiving?
There's nothing on this planet that'll get me on that fucking plane.
$10,000
No.
cash.
No.
Your Hellcat.
No.
3 Hellcats.
No.
Quite literally, it's very different when you have it in front of you.
No.
It's like when someone says, "Oh, would you do it for like $100?" No, never. And then you slide the $100 in front. How about now? It's very different when you have the temptation right in front of you and you know it's real.
There is nothing I want enough that you could throw in front of me I don't give a fuck if it was a Barrett 50 cal. There's nothing you can
What
do.
if it was 5 Barrett 50 cal mounted on a TRX and Hellcats?
No.
Wyatt Earp's gun, along with Doc Holliday's.
The real ones?
Yes.
Looks like I'm jumping out of a plane.
We found his limit. Everyone has a buying
It
gun.
has to be authentic and graded and authentic. It has to be everything, though.
But see, the thing is, though, even if I just say it was Doc Holliday's alone, you'd still do it.
No, it have to be the pair.
Really?
It have to be the pair.
Really?
I need the set. I need the set. That's the only thing that would get me. And it's not that fucking knockoff one that they sell now. It has to be the original guns that they had on their persons back then.
Now let me ask you a question. Why won't you jump out of the perfectly good plane?
Because it's a perfectly good plane.
Because it's a perfectly good air crash.
But why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you do it? If the plane was burning, would you then do it?
Looks like I'm burning to death.
It's no
But
longer,
it's no longer a
perfectly-
perfectly good plane.
No.
What? Why?
Because
Is it the height?
Yeah,
Is-
you know shit, it's the height. Not to mention I have some scrawny dude strapped to my back with a fucking piece of cloth to guide me back down to earth. No.
You'll be alright.
I know I will, because I'm not getting on the plane.
Nah, come on, don't be a sissy. Come on.
You can call me whatever the fuck you want. Sissy, pussy, bitch, I don't care. No. We do not
We do not condone.
We do not
not
condone
condone.
thievery on this podcast.
I was going to inherit.
Oh, what are you going to go marry into the family just for the
Maybe.
gun?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yo, the ultimate game plan.
You're in this for the end game, apparently.
Exactly. It's all about the end goal.
Yeah, there's no way either one of you could acquire those firearms, so I'm good.
Mike on the chat. Gold heat cannon and a high five.
Don't know why he has to type that out, but whatever.
That's a waste of typing.
First of all, a golden yeet cannon is not only a waste of money,
It's a waste of gold.
but even if you just use spray paint, like gold spray
It's a
paint,
waste of spray paint.
it's a waste of spray paint.
You're killing the environment to do something wasteful.
No, like I said, I don't have to worry about it. There's no way you could ever acquire those firearms, so I'm good.
Alec, you know what we have to do before we die, right?
We have to get those firearms.
Yep.
Oh god, there's no way. There's just no way. I don't have to worry about it. It's like I said, they're in private owners' hands. They're not like in a museum. Which, God, I hope they donate them to a museum because now then I know you can never get them.
Sure about that?
Yes, unless you rob a museum.
Pretty sure you could buy the piece in
No,
the
you-
museum, but still have the museum hold on to it.
No,
But you
no.
intellectually
Not,
own
unless
it.
I can own it and shoot it, there's no point.
For how long?
Ever, forever.
Damn it. There goes that.
It's gonna say 5 minutes.
No, I would need to be the private owner of both guns. Yeah, told you. I'm good.
We're getting drunk enough.
I don't drink like that. There's nothing you can do. Even if you fucking Bill Cosby me, you couldn't do it. Sorry, he apparently he's out of jail, so I don't know if he's innocent now or some shit. So,
I think they deemed it as like a mistrial.
Would you do scuba diving?
no,
Why?
because I feel like I'm gonna like suffocate with that shit on my mouth because I breathe through my nose more than I breathe through my mouth. So I'm gonna forget.
All of us do.
I'm gonna forget and like,
Well, they make the actual ones that you put on. You can actually.
oh, if it's like the whole face
They-
mask one, I'd consider it.
They make
But the
ones
problem
where
is
it's,
there's one
like
big-
that now too.
There's one big factor that keeps me out of the ocean, and that's sharks.
Carry a knife. The
Fuck
wasp.
off. Fuck off.
Carry the
Fucking
wasp.
knife.
Carry a harpoon gun.
Because,
Listen,
you know, they're not apex fucking predators and I'm in their house.
and
And they'll win.
no, they won't.
Just don't bleed.
Bruh. All I need is the last night. I'll come save you.
Fine. You know what? If you're willing to throw yourself in the way of Jaws, then so be it.
Come at me. I will throw myself in front of a bear for fun. What do you mean?
That's the dumbest shit I've ever heard.
I will fist fight a bear. I do not care.
Wait,
I
wait,
have the
you'll fist fight
confidence.
an American bear. Not a Russian bear.
No.
No, those
No.
Moscow.
They'll fight back. Me and you will lose.
This,
Remember,
this
I
is-
have the self-confidence to try and win against any animal. I didn't say I'd win, but I had the self-confidence to think I
Gets
can win.
drop kicked by a deer.
I'd get back on. I'd fight that.
Hey, what
motherfucker.
happened to Alex? Why is he not on the podcast? Oh, I'm sorry. He got yeeted by a buck last week.
Yeah, I will fucking punch a buck.
what the fuck? Leave it alone. I need to hunt that thing later.
You gotta get past. You gotta get it out of my hands first. Just gonna beat down a buck.
Well, there you go, folks. If you have any animals that you want to put in a fucking ring, go with Mike Tyson a couple rounds over here. Be interested as fuck to see it. We'll even stream it live.
I'm pretty sure that counts as animal cruelty now.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure everything you said counts towards that too.
Not if it attacks me first.
It's not going
If a
to.
buck charges me, I'm punching that fucker.
Okay,
Alright.
that's fair.
Mio, problem is scuba diving takes more training so you don't explode your lungs.
That's true.
That's
Yeah.
That's true.
Because if you come up too quick, you'll get the bends and fucking die.
If you go on an airplane afterwards, you'll die.
Yeah, because you have to fucking pressurize.
Yep.
The fact that I have to do what submarines do just makes me not want to do it.
You'll be fine.
Plus, especially if I'm wearing a black wetsuit, they're gonna think like a fucking orcas in low water.
Like I said, lost knife. Just give me one. Two's better.
Well, that was a very interesting story.
Yes, yes, it makes me not want to travel international anymore.
Travel with me. You know you'll be safe.
Or have a string of bad luck follow
Yeah, or
us.
be stuck in fucking Moscow for 16 hours.
But I was safe.
Got a point.
It's okay, yeah, true, true.
Well, on that note, I say we end this week's podcast.
Yeah. Glenn, we missed you.
Yes,
We can't
yes.
wait for your, hopefully you'll be back next week.
We do have a guest lined up for next week too.
Well, hopefully she
hopefully.
can make it. It'll be our first female guest ever on the podcast.
What do you mean? We've had Mike.
Oh, touche. Okay, our second female. No, she'll be our first female guest on the podcast. It's our good friend Caroline. Hopefully, she can make it next week. We're super excited to have her.
Yeah, with the family emergency, we reached out to both her and Alex, and Alex was
She
on
had
board faster.
work. Boo.
So, it is
But-
what it is. But
Well-
that way, we shall end it.
Yep, and Mike is going on vacation, so Mike, be safe down in Florida. Watch out for Florida man.
Yes, yes.
Don't let him take your license plate, Mike.
Watch out for them Florida Gators. But have fun. Have fun, brother. We're going to miss you around here.
Absolutely. And if you guys want to support the channel, feel free to follow us on Twitter.
Yep.
You can use the hashtag, which is below. And our merch store is still up, and we'd love to hear from you guys.
Right,
What you think of the
absolutely.
merch, and obviously any order you place helps the stream out, helps us grow, helps us do what we got to do.
Yep.
And let's be real here; these cigars ain't cheap.
And remember, throw up yourself holding up a merch on our Twitter page.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we'll definitely give you a shout out. Or
Absolutely.
for the first person that does it, we might throw something out there. Who knows?
I don't want anything thrown at me.
Okay, so the first person who puts their stuff up or sends it to us so we can put it up for them,
We'll throw something.
we'll
at
throw
Alex.
something at Alex.
Hey, wait a minute. Hold on. Do I get to at least pick what it is?
No,
No, we do.
I do.
Throw your Desert Eagle at me.
That I don't have. All right, folks. Y'all have a great night. Y'all stay safe. We'll see you for number 8 next week.
Good night, y'all.
Good night, everybody.